Okay, it's 5:30. We're going to call the meeting to order. Can we get a roll call, please?
Chair Vanilla,
Here.
Vice Chair Barton. Here. Board Member Montague is going to be absent. Board Member Anderson,
Here.
Board Member Roberts,
Here.
Board Member Ramirez,
Here.
and Board Member, Main Street Meredith is currently absent. We have a quorum.
Okay. All right, let's start out with any comments from the public. Any public comments? Anyone has a comment? You have 3 minutes to make it. McCall, no? Okay, seeing none. Any board comments? 5-minute meeting per person. Board comments, no? Seeing none. Is there any correspondence? It says letter from Jeff regarding entertainment, but I think that was from last week.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was up there from last week. Okay. I mean, last meeting.
yes.
Sorry.
Close enough.
Please. I just felt David twitch when he thought we were having a meeting every week. Okay. All right, so let's move on to the consent calendar. Can we get a motion to accept the minutes and the agenda as they're posted?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes and the agenda as posted.
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
None opposed? Okay, passes. All right. Moving right along, we're gonna move on to our vendors.
Oh, we have to approve the minutes.
We
I
just
did
did,
all of mine.
we just
Oh,
did
we
it.
did.
We did both together, yep. Okay. Yummy House, Andrew Kang. Can you please step up to the table and you'll have 3 minutes to present after you get started, and then the board will ask questions and deliberate, okay? Are you doing the time? Oh, never mind.
Is it okay for me to move the mic a little?
Yeah, you can go turn
Absolutely.
it on too. Yeah, just press the button and there you go.
And one more favor, do you mind if I use my little cheat sheet because I'm a little nervous?
Not at all.
So,
That's perfect. Yes.
good evening. My name is Andrew with Yummy House, serving a Korean. And I'm very excited to be here, representing my food to all board members. I was born and raised in South Korea and moved to the United States with my family who have running restaurant business for our homeland and the United States. And what I'm serving today is called bibimbap, bulgogi rice. You guys might have heard of bulgogi, and japchae and tteokbokki. And sorry, not the tteokbokki that I will be serving in an event. And which all are a few of most popular Korean dishes. And I noticed since few years back that the Korean food somehow became popular with K-pop and more. And I have started my business, actually, it's not my first time, but I have started my business end of last year at a Christmas night event at Beaumont, California, which was very successful. But since it was limited to the seasonal event, I've been looking for a year-round event, which I ended up luckily finding Villagefest, and here I am. Oh, thank you so much, and I would be serving food soon if you have any questions for me.
You're from Beaumont,
Yes, ma'am.
and have you done other festivals before?
Only the Christmas night event.
Okay.
In Beaumont, yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, that's one of pretty popular places as well.
And are you wanting to be a year-round vendor or seasonal?
Year-round
Year-round,
for Villagefest, yes.
okay.
And how did you find out about the event? It was online?
Villagefest?
Yes.
Yes, I first started to look for like a farmer's market, and then I happened to Google, which is the greatest search engine, and it popped up in there, and then I started to search, and then you guys, I'm glad that you guys have your own website, and I've been going over all the application and everything before I contacted office in this way.
Are you using a food truck or are you going to be cooking in a tent or what?
Yeah, it will be cooking in a tent, and I do have a contract paper, contract with the commissary for the food truck.
Okay.
Yes, and I use their
Just be sure.
commercial kitchen
Okay,
to
so
prepare all the
So you-
ingredients in the food.
you cook in a food truck and you bring it to the event? Is that what
Well,
you're
not
saying?
the food truck, but I do all the preparation in a commissary,
Okay,
and I cook on site inside the
Okay.
tent.
Okay,
Yes.
and are you the only person cooking?
No, me, my mom,
Okay,
and then also I have another buddy who can help on the cooking.
okay,
And yeah, we all have a like food handlers permit and yeah.
On a separate note, if you can share with Faith, what commissary you're using, we have other vendors who are looking for a commissary, so it would be great if you can share the
I would like to keep that as a secret, but I'll.
Take yourself, that's okay,
Yeah.
it's okay if you have to,
I mean,
okay.
Don't get me wrong, yeah, I don't mind releasing
Okay.
it, but it's called a Riverside Food Truck Facility,
Uh-huh,
but that's located all the way in Riverside. And
Yeah.
I believe the owner of the facility, they're planning on opening one in Beaumont, which is
oh,
really perfect for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know about any other area, but Riverside, there's a couple, but that was the best in my knowledge, was clean and everything, yeah.
Yeah,
And meet the standard.
yeah, we said, well, we're waiting for,
And I'm sorry.
waiting to taste the food. Before we go, yeah. While we're waiting for this vendor to complete, Edna Mendez will be up next. Is Edna here?
yes.
If you could just start to get your stuff ready, if you're.
I'm ready.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, that's fine. Have a seat. Thank you.
Sorry about.
That's
sorry about
okay.
the wait.
You're fine.
that's okay. It does smell good.
And just letting you know, on the same plate, we will be serving 3 types of food on the same container. This is one you to try each one of them at the same time, so you can know how it's like. And then I don't want it to make it like too soggy when I get here. And I think that's it. Meantime.
Thank you. Mhm.
And how long ago did you start Yummy House, Andrew?
I started back in the end of November,
And
and I only done business for like a month and a half, which was the duration of the Christmas night event.
Okay,
And then since then, they didn't have any event on the same location, so I had to search for a new location.
Fine.
Is this your first foray into the food business?
I'm sorry,
Is it your first food business or your first?
under my
Working?
name, yes.
Yeah.
Under my name, yes, but I had help my parents running the business. That's cool.
and do you have a digital presence as well, like Instagram or Facebook?
Not yet.
yeah.
I'm not really like
Established.
internet friendly person yet, but I'm going to.
It's going to
But
be.
my wife does, so yeah, I'm always getting help from her.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be great to have an Instagram in the future, because a lot of people do
So
search for
I
different
will, I
food.
can let them know where I am, and yes, and my ultimate goal is to purchase the food truck. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we don't have any
Yeah, I was gonna say, you'll have
Korean
advantage
food.
here.
We don't have Korean
No
food
Korean
in the
food.
festival.
No, we don't right now, so that's
That's
great.
Yeah, your pictures look great too. The food looks.
Yeah.
Really.
It smells great.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for the positive feedback.
David, please don't wait for us.
Okay, I won't. Time to have lunch.
And just like to let you know that on the like, far left or far right, it looks like kind of a fried rice, but it's called bibimbap. It's a mixture of different vegetables with rice. And that one we can also serve as a vegetarian. This one does have a meat in it,
Mhm.
which has a organic ground beef. And then, but we can still also serve as a vegetarian, and also the noodles called japchae. That also can be served both vegetarian or with the meat.
Will you have that on your sign or will people have to ask to know better?
Oh,
Really
yes,
good.
I have.
No, I was just asking if it's gonna be posted.
Oh,
That's
yes,
good.
yes,
Yeah,
I
okay,
do have
good.
a sign.
Yeah. Because we do have vegetarians.
Yes,
who
yes.
Attend for sure, they always have.
Yeah, I had put like a special mark with the vegetarian on the both of the menus.
Yep.
Or you can add a meat.
I like this vegetable rice. It's really good.
And just wanted to brag about my
I want.
old event.
Oh,
This is a picture
Is that
from,
the tent, is that the tent that you're gonna be using?
oh, no, this was this
That
was
looks like
kind
it's
of
in a building.
all set up
Oh, I see.
location, but yeah, I'll be using the commercial, grade,
Oh.
Yeah.
kind of-
Yep.
Really good. You may see.
Good talking, not to cook.
Good.
Let's just get them up. Fresh egg on it.
that one does have an egg, not the fresh egg, but it's kind of a sunny side up, but, that's a traditional way.
Okay.
That I took the picture with, but on what we're serving today, we make it like, we made it very thin, like a pancake look like a egg, and then we slice it
Okay.
for the easier appetite.
Good variety of,
Mhm.
some spicy things and. Hey, well,
Yeah,
I think it's choice there, no?
delicious.
Can I get a cover?
Absolutely.
This is so good.
Yes, thank you so much.
Well, the food is
It
delicious
is
and
delicious.
we do not have Korean food.
Mhm.
And we'd like to diversify the food choices a little bit more, so. With that, I am going to make a motion.
I was just gonna say, this is the presentation of all the different kinds that you've got, but you would have
I will have a separate dish.
separate dish,
on it,
okay.
yes. And then also, I forgot to mention, on bibimbap, I also have a Korean gochujang pot. If you mix with it, it might, it's really good, but I didn't put it there only because some may not want the spicy. foods.
And this is, are there eggs in this one?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to continue with my motion. I am going to make a motion that we accept Yummy House into Villagefest in our food court.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Right.
Any opposed? Okay, congratulations. Welcome to the Villagefest family.
Appreciate it.
And we look forward to seeing you out there.
Yep.
And as we always say, we'll see you on the street.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Faith will work out with you your start date and orientation and the like, okay. All right, Edna, can we get you to come up?
How's everybody doing today?
Good, how are you?
Very good.
I brought a little thing more simple. We have to drive a way out here. And I wanted to make it easy for you to grab. We offer a multiple selection of variety plates, anywhere from carne asada, fish tacos, shrimp tacos, surf and turf tacos, cali burritos, and more. We are in the process of buying a new food truck. We currently have one. We've been in the business for 6 years. I've been in the restaurant business 30 years plus. We do made local all the way to San Fernando Valley, Palm Springs. We do the vintage market. We've been with them for almost 6 years. We do San Diego. We do Apple Valley, Manistee, Murrieta. We do a lot of chamber and city and events as well, the Christmas tree lighting, idols and whatnot. We're pretty established. We do have an Instagram and a Facebook.
But that's not.
And with a new food truck, we are preparing to introduce a new menu that is gonna take a little bit of a twist because there's so many taco vendors out there. As you can see, everybody just has too much tacos out there. So we're introducing our new Irish fries, which is part of our new cardiac arrest menu. These products are gonna
Not
be
exactly
very
appealing to you,
anywhere-
as an older man, but okay.
anywhere from 2 to 4 pounds of weight. You're looking at large options and stuff. I brought a little bit of samples. I made a Cali carnitas, a Cali asada, a barbecue regular burrito. We also made a barbecue plain for people who don't like the pico, the sour cream, etc. It's a little bit of a twist. It's got barbecue pork, mac and cheese. It's got onion straws, a fried jalapeno as well. The regular one has additional fries into it. Our Cali has a sour cream, the pico de gallos, the fries, the cheese, the salsa, and our carnitas or asada, even pastor. We carry barbacoa, pollo pastor, and everything. We carry a wide selection. I am gonna pass these around. You're more than welcome. They are labeled, they're cut in half, so each of you can carry and make your own option of what you want to carry as well. We are equipped to make large amounts of venues. We've done the air shows in Redlands, San Bernardino, over 20,000. We've done the Balloon and Wine Festival as well. So we are capable of doing multiple amounts of people, large revenues, and nobody walks out of our line. We are pretty quick. I'm in a full system and I have a very well tight coordination process.
So you're planning to do these cardiac foods as opposed to regular tacos and,
Yes,
okay, so that's what makes it different.
we're gonna make a fusion out of it.
Okay. Because as you said, we do have a lot of,
Too many taco vendors, and I was having, when we first started the business, it was one of our problems. Everybody had already a specialty assigned vendor that was already Mexican, asada, so I converted it. I have my agua frescas that are made with natural cane sugar. I use regular fruit, I make the pulp and I liquefy them, and I always sell out. We already have regulars that come to the vintage market every first Sunday of the month. They come specifically to see us because they know that we're gonna be there. So we have a few brand followers. I am hiring a digital marketing guy who's gonna come out to do our digital photos of our menu, do live streaming because we want to take pictures with our customers, get a one-on-one touch base. Do a little bit before we introduce them to this new menu, feedback of what the customer prefers on the menu and what they don't like. We also have keto options as well.
Your menu says French fries, is that right?
Yes.
Do you have a fryer that actually is
Yeah,
cooking them there?
we have our TFF, we're licensed, insured and registered. So we've been for 6 years. We already went to the health department. They know me. We go through an inspection in every event in every city we do.
this is different.
It is very different. It's more like fair food. You're not gonna see your typical either Korean or Mexican, American. We're gonna give it a little fusion.
And you prepare all this in your food truck?
Yes, on site.
Okay.
We keep it on temperatures on steam tables. We keep thermometers. I have my certification. I've been in the business for 30 years.
Okay. Well, I make a motion that we accept this, this vendor into the Village Fest, because I think it's different.
And I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
David, that's a tough feeling.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, welcome to the Village Fest family. Very good.
Serious.
Yeah, I like the.
Very good, by the way. Okay. Alexis Ramirez, vocalist. Are you gonna swoon us?
I submitted a video, but I'm more than happy to.
I didn't see the video.
I didn't see the video either.
It's like a link. Of
Oh,
my
okay.
letter.
Oh, looks like to Instagram.
I've seen that.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my name is Alexis. I'm 25. I've been in love with music since I was a little girl. I love to sing everything from opera to jazz to mariachi to even rock and roll sometimes too. I'm just a big time music lover, and I've been going to the street fair since I was a little girl. Probably since I was 11 years old, I've been coming. And I've always seen all the entertainers, and that guy with the kilt with the guitar, him or the, yeah.
He hasn't been there lately, has he?
Well, I haven't seen him. I haven't been in a while. I moved back. So I've always seen myself just kind of expose myself more and be more local. And yeah, that's.
Do it a cappella or with instruments?
Oh, I'd have my speaker with the backing tracks. Backing tracks.
Do you sing professionally or do you?
I was studying to sing opera. I was studying, but I didn't. COVID happened and I couldn't go.
Soprano?
Yes.
Has anyone seen the video?
No, and what style of music will you be performing at Village Fest?
Everything I was just listing, some, good old Motown or some nice jazz or, some opera would be nice too, depending if my microphone can handle it, but hey, I'm loud enough for everybody to hear.
Can we pull this up on the screen real quick?
I'm happy to sing it right now, the same. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
well, it shouldn't have a backing track. Okay, go ahead, go
Sorry,
for
you
it.
have to be a cappella.
That's okay.
Acapella, just-
I can start with opera if you guys would like.
Sure.
Okay,
Anything, just take like a minute.
a minute?
Yeah, minute,
All
2
right.
minutes, okay, just go quick.
Yeah. Your device
Wow.
That's a big voice. That's not a big little voice. Yeah.
Expecting that.
Impressive.
I mean, I'm happy to sing some.
No, we
if you guys
got
would like
you.
as well.
We got you. I mean, that's a great voice.
Thank you.
Okay, any questions?
No, I'm gonna make a motion that we accept Alexis into Village Fest.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Congratulations. We look forward to hearing your tunes on the street.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Bye-bye.
Of course.
Nancy Herring, the Tamale Fiesta.
Yeah,
One.
Yeah, he's always really busy too.
And they don't have to be in the.
Helpers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tamale guy's really busy.
All right, guys.
Hi.
Are you putting these little children to work?
How are you guys? My name is Daniel and my wife Nancy.
Just talk in the microphone a little bit.
Daniel and Nancy.
Husband and wife.
Husband and wife. So my family started a tamale business way back 30 years in the business, and I've been with the business during this whole time.
How cute.
Then we got married, and we started our own business separate from the family, and we've been together for 24 years. But 7 years ago, we started our own path, and we've been doing festivals, farmers markets, a lot of street festivals. Big events like the Tamale Festival that we've been on around the Tamale Festival, a lot of them. And we have won a lot of the trophies, a lot of the first place tamales. We offer several different flavors in the tamales. But the difference between the tamales that you see around the market and ours, we specialize in tamales. That's the only thing we do. And so we try to use the gourmet, the best products. And so our product is gourmet. It's not just tamales. We don't use no lard, they're no trans fat, and they're also gluten free. And we also offer vegetarian flavors and vegan flavors for the people who doesn't eat meat. Normally, the regular tamales you find they're like really small and they don't really have any meat. So we change that, so we make it a bigger version, so they only have to get one tamale with plenty of meat and sauce on top of it, so people don't have to buy 2 or 3. And it's really simple packaging for people to walk around, just get the tamales and start eat and walk. So right now, my wife is just preparing this are ginormous tamales. They become like jumbo tamales. So they're more than a half pound each. So, but it's like basically one tamale is like a full meal for one person. Some people can eat 2, like me, I can eat 3. But we would like to join you guys. I found out about this market maybe about 7 years ago, when I used to be with the family business, we're doing farmers market. But a lot of people talked about this festival, and when I barely started, I came to visit the festival with my friend. And at that time, I was a little bit scary, because it was a big event. I saw it and I was like, but right now we think we're being ready. I mean, we're ready. Since we do a lot of festivals like the Indio Tamale Festival, I've been there for 10 years myself. And my wife is helping me. We do La Haga Tamale Festival, Long Beach Tamale Festival, Vero Tamale Festival, Escondido Tamale Festival. We do a lot of events and we have many trophies to prove that we are one of the best ones. And our tamales, they also come with the salsa on the side. Some people don't like the salsa, some people do. So we offer the choice of put it the salsa, put it the salsa, or not put the salsa. So
they're made to order, is it right?
no,
No.
they already been prepared. And plus, on our booth, you're gonna see 2 big giant steamers full of tamales. So that's what notice people. They get the attention of people just to see the steamers with a bunch of when you open it, there's a bunch of steam coming out of the pot, and they call their attention. So people are getting attracted to the vision of just seeing the tamale. Plus, the flavor is not like the regular tamale. It's not like really greasy. It's not like a really heavy masa. Like normally, some of the masas that are really heavy or chunky, these are pretty smooth, the masa. If you guys want to give it a try, let us know how you guys like it.
Your prices seem like they're ridiculously
Very
low.
low.
It is
Well,
delicious.
yeah, that's one of the things
$5
we
for a
serve it
tamale.
for $5 each one, which is, it's like, each somewhere tamales, like two of the regular tamales, and they normally sell it for, I don't know, $3 or $4. So we have it at $5, but we are prepared to sell a lot of them, like right now, at this moment, we're at La Quinta Farmers Market. So we have a big attendance to the market. A lot of people are calling us, oh, is that the only place you guys do around this area? So we would like to come for like, have more festivals or more markets around this area. That we have we've seen the response of people, they love this here, so.
Spicy,
Oh,
Which
the
one did
beef
you
one.
get, the beef?
I guess.
Yeah,
Spicy.
let me give you a,
We also have the sweet ones as well. We have the sweet corn or the sweet pineapple.
this is a sweet corn.
That's a different thing. So right now, you guys are trying, some of you guys are trying the chicken, the beef, the
Delicious.
Walnut jack cheese with the green pepper soup, or the sweet corn.
Yeah, the masa is really light.
It is.
Right.
Yes.
No lard, no trans fat. We have a vegan, vegetarian and meat eater option.
Mm.
So we try to include everybody. And
very
you know, our thing is family, so we like to participate in family oriented events. For Christmas, you know, we're definitely ahead. Culturally, a lot of Hispanics. And even now, it seems like it's kind of expanded where for the holidays, Christmas, New Year's, a lot of people tend to eat tamales for the holidays. So, you know, that's when our sales tend to go up. And our goal,
Even the summer is really good for us. I mean, now it's the whole year, not just Christmas on ourselves, so, you know.
This sweet corn tamale is the best I've ever had.
They're delicious.
So
Thank you.
good.
That's
Do
what
you want to try
and
it?
they're about 9 ounces each.
They're
And you know, the
huge.
whole goal is to bring the Mexican culture of the tamales to everybody.
Isn't
And,
it good?
you know, we wanna put it at a
Did you try it?
reasonable price that anybody could afford it.
Just
So
like
that's
cornbread.
a
So
whole
people
thing.
will buy it.
They'll buy, and you know, and they buy them by the dozen. So we normally, we make them at our shared food facility. And we bring them whole at temperature, and here we put them in our big steam pot, and all we do is warm them up. So we use a 10x10 canopy, fire retardant canopy, and we don't actually cook on site, we just warm them up. And then we serve. Some people will take dozens, especially.
Do you have that kind of quantity that people could buy, take a
We do,
dozen?
Yeah, and they
Okay.
could take them either hot to eat once they get home, or they could take them cold to warm up later on. The cold tamales, they'll last you 10 days in the refrigerator, or 2 months if you freeze them.
Wow.
And to warm them up, it's just 3.5 minutes in the microwave, or you can steam them, which is what we do at the, in our temperature.
Right.
They're
They're
delicious.
delicious.
Everybody's biased. I'm not a tamale fan, but these are actually really.
I'm not
good.
either, because it's usually too heavy, the masa.
Yeah, I don't like
Everybody-
that.
yeah, They're delicious.
You should try the Monterey Jack cheese with the Anaheim chili strips.
Where's that
We
one?
use Anaheim chili strips so that they're not spicy. None of the tamales tend to be spicy, except for the beef is a little bit spicy.
The beef is right
But
there.
the Monterey Jack cheese in the morning with the fried egg on top,
Oh,
delicious. It's really good for breakfast. We also have salsa. We brought green, which is mild, and red, which is spicy. I didn't put any of the tamales just because
We
I
wanna
wasn't sure,
taste it.
kind of.
Nancy, please promote that you have vegetarian and vegan options.
Yeah, well, okay, so we do. So for the veggie,
Promote that so people see that.
yeah.
And
that's-
also,
Make sure it's on your signage.
Yeah.
It is. So we actually have also exclusively a veggie tamale, which has carrots, corn, and green peas. So,
but also what you were telling us about how you can take these home and how long they'll last in the refrigerator, and that's good for people to know. And I think it's helpful to you. They're very good.
thank you.
we're
Delicious.
looking for more vegan
Yeah.
options, so if that's prominently in your signage, that will do really well, because there's a lot of vegans.
You know, we get a lot of people, or sometimes we participate at a college events, and there's a lot of college students, because our price point, you know, they're able to afford it. Sometimes they take a dozen, and you know, they're always in a rush, so they're just warm them up right before class, or even when you're at work, your 15-minute break, you warm one up in the microwave, and you know, and so, you know, they tend to be very popular.
Why are you selling them for only $5?
Normally prices.
Nothing
range
wrong with
on
good
the-
prices.
on the
No, there's
tamales, they're
not,
Like
but-
$3 to $4. But they're really small, so we make them bigger and cut the
You can
price.
still make a profit and.
Yeah, we can still, it's pretty profitable for us
Right.
and, you know, affordable to the people, so.
Yeah, these are really
Perfect.
good.
And I'll tell you what, as a customer that walks the street, $5 is very attractive.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for, you know, something that the people can.
It's also very family friendly, friendly price.
Are these
Because
two
if somebody
characters
comes
gonna
with
be
the.
No, they're gonna be school. In the future, yes. And we're planning to attend all year round on the market and the opportunity for us. We've been in the markets and we always consistent. It's really rare if we miss something.
Yeah, we're very consistent. We're always on time. We always pass our health inspections and,
Is your goal to have a freestanding restaurant someday?
We do have something like that. I mean, my family has something like that in LA. But we're looking for an area like this one is looking pretty good. Because we've been getting to the markets and people are liking us. So we're looking for something to move.
So that's our goal.
maybe
Our
that's the
goal is,
future.
we're first starting and bringing the product to customers. Once we feel we have a good enough customer base, we hope to start storefront.
We have several of those stories that we're trying to
Yeah.
promote and help young couples like yourself see that it can
Thank you
go.
for the young.
Yeah, exactly.
I would like to move that we add Tamale Fiesta to Village Fest.
I'd like to second that one.
All in favor?
Aye.
Congratulations. Welcome to the Village Fest family. We look forward to seeing you on the street there.
Like street corn?
It's street corn.
Okay, Jason Lawrence from Old Leaf Studios. Is Jason here? Jason's in the arts and crafts category and his items are wood crafts, board bomb, cutting boards, cheese cutter, charcuterie board, and some other specials. That's what that other picture was, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm really sorry to bring you food. I've been sitting back dying.
Can you chop these up for us just as a demonstration?
I did mess up because I brought a cheese board and I just didn't bring any cheese. Looks like you guys are doing okay though.
Oh, nice.
I'm Jason Lawrence. I've been to Villagefest many times, really enjoyed it. Got friends that live in Fox Springs. It's kind of an evening thing for us to do. Yeah, pass them around.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Let's take a look at them.
Scratch up right here. Oh, well. So I was born into a construction family. I've been playing with wood since I was in diapers. Somewhere there are actual photos of me being babysit on a backhoe because Dad thought it was a great way to babysit a kid. You just turn the idle down and you can't really do any damage with it. So
These are gorgeous.
So it's been a hobby, maybe a little more than a hobby, again, my entire life. And if you remember the first COVID lockdown, you know, this 2 weeks. I had a wood shop that had never fully been set up out at the corner of my property. And I was like, oh, 2 weeks, great, I can get up to the wood shop and just get it set up. And 2 weeks, not longer. And wow, you know, that's heavy. So,
Yeah.
wow.
Is
Like
this,
happy- it
is this
actually
resin that you fill in the knots with?
That one does have resin. There was a little opportunity there. I'm a big Bob Ross fan. There are no mistakes. There are only happy accidents. That's about it.
So are these glued together? How do you join the different?
So
ones?
those are joined together with, it's type bond 3. It's a food safe, waterproof, stronger than wood bond. If you were, and please don't, but if you were to try to snap such a board, first you would pay me. Second, the wood will snap, the glue will not. So.
What a good thing Julie.
Let's see, from top to bottom, you're looking at black walnut, beech, point one, cherry. And the whiter one is maple, that really beautifully figured one is cherry. Yeah, and the actual inlay is.
Gorgeous.
That one's
Amazing.
really good.
I
I like the little resin fill in it.
I'm sorry, I've got anything from 25 $, which is these.
Pass it down to David and then as we pass down the folder, you'll put that back in, please.
Absolutely, which are these little guys, 25 $. I actually, the first batch of these I made were supposed to be cheese boards, cheese cutters. And I had a bunch of my friends say, oh, perfect, and they'd snatch them, and I'm like, okay, people want a cutting board this big, cool.
Yeah, totally.
And for market purposes, they make a really good impulse buy, and people go, oh, I need one. Oh.
It's easy to carry, it's light.
It's a little gateway drug, yeah.
And great for cocktail fruit as well. For you.
Thank you.
That's why the little. Yeah.
This one, I
This is
straight up
just-
modeled this
this is
after
gorgeous.
a cutting board that we use every single day in my kitchen. This is the exact size. This is the one, you know, you like to wrap.
And what would
Now
that
it's dirty again. This, I think, let's see, I got feet on it, so $45-50.
Are they all
Again,
footed?
it depends on the wood. Oops, sorry.
Are they all footed?
I put feet on this one because I did a lot of sanding and it still has a couple of little imperfections.
Okay, yeah.
I usually charge a few dollars more for feet.
Okay.
My personal use, I like an unfooted board because I can use both
You
sides.
can turn it, yeah.
More opportunity, but
Yeah.
my wife, who was always right, disagrees and wants feet better.
It's really good that you understand that.
Yeah, been married a long time. The larger boards always get feet because you don't move them much.
Yeah.
Again, I'll be happy to carry it around. It weighs 20 pounds. That is white oak, black walnut, a little bit of cherry. And
That one would be like 200-300.
it's somewhere in that range. Again, it depends on species and size.
It's a countertop.
I also
board,
do-
really, more
I
than
also do
anything. You
custom
wouldn't put that
stuff.
away.
Let's see, what questions have you asked? Year-round vendor, I wish, please.
Wait, I just want to mention that we have another vendor who,
That's a craftsman?
I don't know, but he has products similar to
Oh,
this.
yeah,
He does. I
You know.
have been at a market with him
Okay,
and we had a great time chatting the whole time.
okay.
And we do similar things, but completely different. I don't even know the word for it, completely different style, completely different vibe.
Okay,
And we get along great. And
Great.
He
Okay.
has actually sent people to my booth and I have sent people to
Okay.
his booth.
Great.
We just,
So
And
we
you
don't,
have-
we
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 just want
don't,
to know that you know that, that's all.
yes,
That's fine
yes,
with
I'm
us. That's fine with
I'm
us.
familiar with him.
you also sell the balm for,
Yes, sorry.
that's
Um,
cool. For waxing the door.
Just comes a little thing, has instructions on the back, nice shiny sticker.
How often are you supposed to treat these?
Depends on use. In a
Mhm.
perfect world, 2-3 times a month in a typical cutting board. But we all know that lots of people never treat their cutting boards and do just fine.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a very typical, I mean, nothing super special. It's a typical mixture. It's mineral oil, beeswax, a little carnauba wax, because it gives us slightly less shiny finish, which.
Would it be
I
possible to put more instructions or more content?
could put more instructions. Yes,
Okay.
I can also
I
make,
would wanna know
I can
that.
also make bigger containers. I like that one because I can sell that.
Oh, no, great thing.
It's
We're gonna do a handout
it's a
with
little $5.
Yeah.
If someone buys a nice board, I'll throw 1 or 2 in the thing, you know,
Yeah.
thank you. And it doesn't hurt me financially to do so.
You make these?
I don't make the cans,
I wasn't.
but I do fill them myself. yeah.
Okay.
On the family stove. And my wife watches.
David has the price.
So,
which has the-
I wanted to
Yeah.
ask about, are you going to be showing these toys as well, or is it just cutting
So
boards?
I have, I'm very lucky.
Can I do that?
I have a 2-year-old boy at home
Sorry.
and occasionally, the lacing board, the thing that looks a little bit like a fish with a lot of holes. My wife was looking quite frantically for things for small children to do on airplanes. And she saw a lacing board. She literally said, can you go down to the shop and drill a bunch of holes in a board? I don't take simple real well, so I came back 40 minutes later with that thing. And he completely ignored it, but she really likes it. So
Can we just include that?
I can do toys. I enjoy doing them. There's a little more time involved in them, but because I like them so much. I like them.
If you intend to do it, I suggest that you put it now on your application, because
Oh,
if
yeah.
not, in order to
Please do,
add it,
yes.
Yes.
you have to come back and be
Okay, yeah.
juried again, so.
In that case, every year I do little Christmas ornaments. Again, I usually,
Maybe just put seasonal items. on there.
seasonal items would be great.
weekly
specials.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even
we-
better. You know, as the fancy strikes me, I'm like, oh, I can build that. And I build a bunch of them. I save them by cutoffs and they make really beautiful little medallions you can hang from Christmas trees or whatever your seasonal preference is.
What is the cutout in there?
Coasters?
A lot of effort, small product, but
Yeah,
I'm willing.
They're beautiful.
They are.
They're beautiful.
So far I've been doing the boards. I can do coasters.
Wouldn't you? Not if you kept them waxed, I don't think you.
No, and again, the glue is waterproof.
Yeah.
You would need to keep this. So these get a soaked in finish of the mineral oil, and then when that has soaked in sufficiently, I then use the wax mineral oil solution. And that actually kind of locks everything in.
Just a thought.
Keeps
I
it
think
keeps it last a little longer.
Yours
Coasters
beautiful.
are great.
What is the
Um,
cutout for? Is that for like a dip bowl or is that just a handle?
Ah,
For a dip
So-
bowl. Okay,
Don't tell anyone, but all cutting boards are charcuterie boards.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
So the big charcuterie phase, which I guess we're done with now, we still do it at home. Again, sorry, I didn't bring any food, but a little ramekin fits perfectly. The stemless wine glass fits perfectly if you're on a date with your cutting board by yourself. Or it's just a really handy handle. Pick it up, move it around. I've got friends who have a sailboat. Just stick it in there, stays, they grab it, they move it.
are you providing the ramekin to fit or is it?
I just brought this
Okay,
as an example because
okay, gotcha. All right,
visualization is a good thing.
understood.
So, and honestly, a little visual interest.
Yeah.
So we've
Beautiful.
got plenty of surface here to work with.
Yeah.
So
Gorgeous. They're
if you were picking
beautiful.
up and like into your pot, again, little grip
Oh,
there.
yeah. I think if you also do the other promotional items, like, like the weekly stuff and the seasonal and even toys, it will differentiate you as well from the other vendor. a lot.
Perfect.
So, yeah,
I'm not 100%. I mean, I love the cutting boards. I've got
Yeah.
the process down. I enjoy it. Obviously hand. I do look for the highly figured wood. I pick every board myself. I don't just, forklift it on. I can't forklift it on. I drive a Prius. So I got really excited when I saw this maple. I hope you can see the striping from that.
Yeah.
where do you source the wood?
Currently Real Lumber over in Riverside.
Okay.
I also, this is gonna sound really random, I just won a huge lot of wood, well, huge for me, at a bankruptcy auction for a cabinet shop.
Okay, yeah.
And
Oh,
I
wow.
got there to load it and I thought it was gonna die on the way home because my Prius was riding like this. But I couldn't leave any of it behind.
Yeah.
Big load of walnut and white oak and things like that.
It's awesome.
So
Really beautiful, beautiful work.
really
All
enjoy
right.
it, makes me happy.
Well, without further ado, I'll put a motion on the floor that we accept Old Leaf Studios into Village Fest.
I'll second.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Should we take a vote?
Yep.
Sorry.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No?
No.
Well, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Beautiful work.
Again, my apologies for not bringing you food. Really.
We'll take a cutting board.
I think the phrase is, we'll see you on the street.
Exactly.
Beautiful work.
And you sell the bomb, right?
Hmm?
You,
I do.
You also
And
sell
again,
separate-
like if somebody,
yeah, okay.
if somebody bought, you won't hurt the board, but if somebody bought one of those, I just
Yeah.
lob a few in.
Of course, yeah.
Oh, I would too. Yeah, so.
You're gonna do really well.
That's very nice.
Thank
It's a
you.
beautiful product.
Thank you.
Okay. Morella Ambulo Girls Printing House. Arts and crafts, stickers, tote bags, and
Hi.
shirts. Hi there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Like a workout, just carrying those things.
Hi.
My name is Martel and I'm her dad. So I cannot be able to make it here, so hopefully I could do it right.
Used to be with Village Fest.
Oh,
I
okay.
used to be a vendor before the pandemic, and then after that, we changed our path into printing. So lucky that I have a daughter that she's kind of like. So
You print these.
yes, we
Okay.
have a printer, and we also design these.
Can you pass around a couple of them, just a couple of the stickers?
This is
Great,
like
that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
the material that we are using is the one that we are using here in the industry. Here in
It's cute. Mushrooms.
it's one of the design that hopefully
Yeah.
we can represent the
It's cute.
palm spring. This is like a heat transfer. It's made of a vinyl sticker too that we heat transfer it to the shirt. So it's really strong. I mean, 7 feet.
your daughter design this?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
This is one of it. We have.
Well, it's a crop top, Dave.
That.
Actually, we have like probably like
I'd say it's
nine or
not your style.
nine or 10 design of palm trees.
Oh, yeah, that's not sorry.
Oh, nice.
Now, does she get any of these graphics online and then incorporate them, or does she draw all this? I mean, how's that work?
Yeah, she designed all of it.
Well, you think she
That's why you
designed it,
cannot-
but is she drawing it? Is it
Yeah.
her artwork, or is she taking like the palm tree or the font off of the internet and then doing something with it?
No, it's all original. So I mean, the most of
Don't
I mean,
understand
the idea came from there, but
Funny, this new thing everyone's doing, flamingos with Palm Springs, we don't get something, it's Florida. Get on that.
it's also
People love stickers.
yeah, hopefully
People love stickers.
the
Oh, these are cute, these
Yeah, they are
which
cute.
is
They've got a,
like
they've got a text,
yeah,
are texture to it.
yeah,
Texture.
yeah, it's not just regular sticker.
yeah, these are cute.
Oh, yeah, this one's.
So
Oh, yeah, this is a three-dimensional.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are two.
so it's same as that.
Yeah, they-
Oh,
So there's like a backing.
Gotcha.
So people put it on their,
Oh, gotcha.
yeah,
Are these done in a 3D printer?
no. The
How do
one
you
is
make them
like-
3D like this? Because they're,
It takes 30 passes of
so it passes through a few times?
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
so actually, we are like one of the company that doing this kind
Another
of
flamingo.
printing here in Southern California. So we have a lot of customer, but
And your daughter does all of the designs?
the idea, and then we have a designer, like
This one.
we have like 12 or 13 independent designer who works with us.
Okay,
So most of this is under ours because the idea is art. And they just finalize the thing, like the graphics. and-
so you would,
I'm
You
not, I'm
would
not
s-
following
I'm
that.
not following it either. So
Yeah.
you would say, here's a sketch of something.
Yes.
You would sketch it out, all of those stickers you sketched out.
Mhm.
and
Who
then-
does?
My daughter,
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
And then your team finalizes it?
yes,
Which-
because it takes a computer knowledge, the graphic designing
Graphic
Uh-huh.
design.
to finalize that.
Okay,
It is not like
okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
you use
then
an
who's the
Apple
artist in the
computer
booth?
and sketch it and. it
Your
will-
daughter, his daughter is the artist in the booth.
So she can do things at request?
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
want a different colored palm tree or.
Actually, we have like more than 500 dog owners that we design for them, their stickers. We're in the business for like since 2020, during the pandemic. So, and
I
now
don't know what
it's
this
just
is.
that me and my wife feel bored again and we want to come out and, try to make to reach more people.
So what is the water bottle? Is this a water bottle
No,
that you
she's
sell,
showing
or are
the
you just
stickers.
showing us how stickers are used?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's
You
what,
could bring around a refrigerator too.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it'd be a little more easy to do it that way.
Yeah, waterproof, durable.
Yeah, your booth looks really fun too with all the stickers and the whole selection.
Yeah.
But I mean, same thing with the shirt too. Is that
Well, you-
similar?
Is it washable? I mean, would they
Yeah,
start to
yeah,
fray
yeah.
at the ends when they, because this is a adhesive in there, right? So if you put it in the washing machine, is it gonna curl up?
No, man.
Okay.
Actually,
I've done t-shirts with iron on.
Yeah.
it.
a lot of people
You know what
that
happens
were
over time?
using that
They
for their
start to
hair.
wear a little bit.
You know,
Right.
that-
Okay,
So wait, I just want to be clear on something. So your daughter is the designer and she designs, she designs to a sketch.
Yes.
Then that sketch gets handed off to one of how
That-
many?
My
other-
graphic designer, which they were gonna finish it on the computer file. And then that file, our machine will read it
So is that because your daughter does not do computer graphics and she only does and
She just,
SketchUp?
yeah, if you,
And you do the printing.
we have like 3 printers.
Well,
Okay,
he's saying
but
we, but who is we? Who actually does the printing?
I have a printer. I have,
Yeah.
this is my,
So you do the printing yourself?
mhm.
Are there other people who also do the printing? Do you
There's
send it out to
like-
be done?
There's like 7 people working on my company right now.
Oh, and you're,
Can
okay.
I make a request?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is out of the ordinary and if you disagree, I'm fine with it, but can we meet the daughter? I think I would get a better sense for. Is that, why isn't she here tonight?
Actually, what happened is that she thought that it's tomorrow and she have another
Okay.
thing that,
I would just, I'd feel better having an.
Typically, we do meet the artist, and the artist is typically the one in the booth selling so that well, you know, because you were in Village Fest. So, yeah, and it is a little bit awkward that she's not here and we don't know who we're dealing with for that, although.
We do allow that.
Yeah.
When they can't be.
Yeah,
I mean, we
no,
can-
no, I know that, I know that, yeah.
Yeah, last night, but we're
Yeah.
asking questions that I don't think.
So when he was with Village Fest before, it's a family thing.
Yeah, yeah,
So the
I'm not
family
saying that
always
we
have
have
to
to, I'm
do-
just, I
Yeah,
understand what he's
but
saying,
the
yeah.
family, like his daughter would run the booth sometimes. They,
Oh,
the
okay.
family
So
kind of.
where is your company? So you said
it's in City of Industry.
City of Industry, so you have a brick and mortar store,
Actually, we
Or a-
do,
a
the,
factory of some kind?
okay, so this machine is like 50 inches.
Huge.
Yeah, huge. So we have like 3 of these, and then we have like 3 separate cutters. Those are the one who cuts. this.
I think she's asking, where are they sold? Are you actually selling them retail other places?
Instagram. We have a.
Okay.
online, yeah.
Okay, so it's an
Yeah,
online
yeah.
presence for the most part, okay.
That wasn't actually what I was
Oh, I'm
asking. I was asking,
It's brick and mortar.
so I'm trying to get a sense of, your daughter designs,
Mhm,
your graphic artists, several of them,
mhm.
tighten up the
Absolutely.
design.
Digitize, they make it.
They digitize it,
Digitize it.
okay.
This is just like
Okay,
our
got it.
side.
Okay, but let me follow this stream of consciousness
Mhm.
like that. So your graphic designers digitize it, then they send the file back to you and
Yes.
you do the printing
Yes, the printer is in here.
in your facility. Okay.
Yeah.
I am also concerned about some copyright issues. If you look very closely, I see Bugs Bunny, I see Betty Boo, I see what could be a Winnie the Pooh kind of thing. If you look very closely, it's at this picture, you can see
Can you pass it them?
what could very easily be perceived as,
Are the stickers in there?
I don't see any.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's why when we,
Yes.
let's say when we go to.
I was just gonna go like this.
Rose Bowl,
Expand it.
all those,
I'm like the little kids who do
all
that.
those copyright thing, all those design that we cannot bring over there, we don't bring. It's just that sometimes there's like some places that they
I think
request.
they're fine, I think it's just.
It's,
I
uh,
I think it's
understand,
similar
but
to Tweety Bird.
Having worked at Warner Brothers and the Walt Disney Company, they would come after you in a minute if they saw this stuff.
You can request that he doesn't have, and that's not on this application, but you can request that he doesn't have
Yeah.
the copyrighted. ones,
Yeah.
Which we've done in the past with.
So do you know, see, so what we're saying is you would have to eliminate the copyright
Yeah,
stickers.
yeah,
Do you know which
Actually
ones
goes with
those
that,
are?
the one. Most of the
Disney
time, the
Channel?
cartoons ones.
Yeah.
Cartoons, Disney, anything
Yes.
that your daughter did not
Not do,
design,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Even if it's an attempt at it,
right.
I mean, I see,
Tweety Bird.
Yeah.
I see
I
Tweety
saw a
Bird.
Tweety Bird kind of looking thing, but it's not exactly a Tweety Bird.
Yeah.
See if I have.
I don't feel comfortable. Sorry, I'm not gonna make a motion.
Okay. I'm okay with it.
Okay, so
I move that we accept Girls Printing House into Village Fest.
Thank you very much.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Sorry,
Okay, that's good.
just be careful because.
Yeah.
We,
Welcome.
Welcome,
thank you,
yes.
thank you very much. And then. we know
Welcome
that-
back, I should say.
So.
Yeah, just be
Yeah.
careful. I mean,
Yeah,
I
we're
don't
pretty
want
much,
you or your daughter
Yeah,
or us to get in any trouble. If it-
Yeah,
we did have a vendor who was doing something with Mickey Mouse and we asked them to eliminate that one product from their site,
Well,
if you remember, and this was.
Patrolling.
Well, yeah. Here comes Celia with her badge and her holster.
We'll be on the street, so if we see some
You
that.
don't need no
that are
stinking
questionable, then we'll
badges.
put them out.
I mean, there was one that says, hello, daddy, or here's daddy, and I was like, "Ooh, it's giving it that weirdness.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Okay, Golden State Terrazzo, Omar Limon. Is Omar here?
Second time no show.
Okay, second no show. Question for you on this, Faith, are they looking to just promote doing terrazzo like residential renovations? Or are they
Yeah, this
providing
is business.
terrazzo
He's-
products as well, like little terrazzo dishes
No,
and bowls and things? Okay.
no, just his,
Because
he's
that
a
would be nice.
new to the area.
Okay,
I'm kind of against
I would not.
getting
all
more
right, well,
commercial people in.
this one's
We
safe.
don't even have any participating.
I
right
know,
now.
but we're arts and crafts and food. I don't.
It is
I-
a category we have though.
I
Yeah,
know, but we're gonna start getting all kinds of service people and, I just.
Lawyers and chiropractors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And they
actually
pay
intended,
$2.52 a night, so
Yeah.
they don't come very often.
Yeah.
So that's why.
and I actually
Yes, it's
intended to recommend to them that if they can do terrazzo things like plates and bowls and things like that, to have,
To order, you mean?
Right.
yeah, or even just to have on their stand to sell. And also promote their business. But anyway, we shouldn't be talking about the
Right.
vendor when they're not here. So we'll wait till they show for that.
Sure. If-
Okay, is Eileen Breen here?
I'm here for Eileen.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
a partner. My name's Valerian Rominsky, and I'm a transplant from Buffalo, New York. And I started Nickel City Opera. I've sung at the Metropolitan Carnegie Hall. I've had a full career. I've been an opera singer for 25 years. And I've been running Nickel City Opera in Buffalo for 14 years. I moved away from Buffalo in 2019, moved to Long Beach and then Calabasas. And then the COVID hit and I moved to Indio, and now we're living in Palm Springs for 2 years, enjoying it quite a bit. And years back, when I was running Nickel City, I noticed that you had an opera guild here, but you have no opera company. You have a guild that provides a concert in the park once every summer.
Mhm.
I produce full-scale opera with sets, costumes, the whole shebang, $150,000 shows in Buffalo at a 1,200-seat theater. I produce that show once every June, so I go home for a couple of weeks.
Mhm.
During the COVID, I was actually sort of phasing out Buffalo around 2019, 2020, and then right at the beginning of the COVID, I found my birth parents. I'm adopted, and
Wow.
now my mother and father are both in Buffalo, and I just met them 2 years ago. And my adopted parents have been dead for many years, so now I have a new family in Buffalo, so I'm continuing Buffalo, but at the same time, Eileen is my executive director and I'm the artistic director in Buffalo. We incorporated here, we have our 501c3 here, we are legal 501c3 charitable organization in Stella City, California. We got our certificate in October. We've started taking donations. We've scheduled a show at the Richard Center at Palm Springs High School, which was supposed to be on the 26th of March. But what happened was the city council called us the day we went in for the tour about 2 weeks ago and said, we are sorry, we double booked you with the high school. They're doing Legally Blonde.
Mhm.
So now we're looking for a new date since it was their fault that we got pushed out. But the reason why we're here, of course, is that we want to promote the opera company at the best. We in Buffalo, there's a fantastic festival called the Allentown Art Festival. It's been going on for 75 years in Buffalo, and we have a kiosk there every year. It takes place in the beginning of June. And so we know how to put a kiosk together and do all that. And basically what we're doing in the kiosk is we're promoting the opera company. You can buy tickets with Square. You can buy mugs, t-shirts. So I brought some stuff just for the opera company. So my efforts at Palm Springs, Nickel City Opera, Palm Springs, Opera Goes West.
Very cute, adorable,
So you're
actually.
gonna be selling these things?
Well, the selling of the products, it's up to you what we can sell, what we can't sell. If you don't want us to,
Donation.
we're not interested so much in the selling of products as we are in getting people to sign a piece of paper, to give us their email, to sign up, to be members, to want to go to shows.
Okay.
To tell, if we can give them materials. So here's materials that we have. We have I didn't bring loads of them, but we have brochures for the show that is coming up that we're having to relocate and change and all that.
We're gonna be having a dinner at the Women's Club of Palm Springs, hosted, catered by Mario's. That's gonna happen on April 18th. We've got a card. This is a card. So what we're interested in is just letting people know we're here. You know, making money on the street with T-shirts and mugs is not the point of it. It's just a fringe. I mean, if they come to a show, if they come to the dinner, we've got stuff there that they can purchase, you know, but mainly it's number one, just letting them know that. So what I would basically have, I've made before, and it's on the pictures in I gave you pictures of our kiosks that we've had in the past, where we get like a 8-foot high banner. We put it on either side of the front of the kiosk. Shows you what the show is coming up. So we're doing an evening of Puccini. Once we expedite that, the plan is we'd like to do Pagliacci in a real circus tent on a property somewhere here. That was the plan in Buffalo years back. We were able to expedite Il Tabaro. I don't know how many of you know opera, but Il Tabaro is a Puccini opera about a murder on a ship. So we did it on a warship in the naval park, and we had a 20-piece orchestra on the back of the ship. We did the opera. It's a 45-minute opera, and we had like 300 people there. So the idea of doing on-site opera is something that we would really like to do, and promote it. So really, being at the festival for us would be being a presence and letting people come up to us and giving them this brochure, sign a piece of paper. Do you want to be on our email list, our contact list, constant contact, email blasts, and stuff like that.
Kind of like the arena. Is that right? Didn't the arena before
Right.
they just advertised and promoted and got mailing
Right.
lists and.
Are you planning to do this on a monthly basis or,
Well, it's going to depend on what we have coming up.
okay,
We'd like to do it soon, like in 2 weeks, not this Thursday, but the following, leading up to April. But we're still, like I said, we're still deliberating right now and since they threw us the curveball and took that date away from us because Legally Blonde, they have dibs on keeping the theater. They're talking to us about what they could do. It's possible that we might delay that show until the fall. We're gonna have the dinner at the Women's Club at Palm Springs on April 18th, no matter what. And we're gonna be deciding over the next week whether we're actually gonna do the show on April 23rd at the Ramon Center. I'd say it's really now 50-50.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit just about your booth and what you're gonna be doing at Villagefest. We
Yes.
understand your whole concept and it's great. And what is it that you will be doing at the booth? Will you be attempting to sell merchandise? Will you be collecting money? Will you be selling tickets?
This is all up to you. I'm happy doing whatever I'm able to do,
to
whatever
me?
parameter. Well, up to you guys. Up to you guys. No, I mean, really, we're happy just to stand there and let people say, come to the opera this year, sign up. You know, and give them tickets, I mean, not tickets, but give them brochures or cards or whatever. I'm happy doing that. If you allow us to take donations or sell T-shirts or do whatever, you tell me what the parameters. I'm just.
If we allowed that,
They
what
can
would
take
be the
donations,
goal?
right?
What would this look like when you got everything you wanted? Would there be permanent opera in Palm Springs? Would you have a company here?
It's the merchandise.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
Yes.
So.
Because
Are you
I'm
involved with any other theater organizations here?
So they have to.
Eileen is the manager of Des Arts.
Not like it's a
She's the
different.
company manager of Des Arts.
Okay.
She's been there for almost
Okay.
almost a year now. I'm an independent opera singer. I have agents. I can sing for you too if you want. I'm a bass. I have contracts, you know, my last big contract was in Denmark. I was at Aarhus doing Aida. I did a tour of Aida in Copenhagen and all that back in the fall of 21. So yes, the goal, since I've been doing it in Buffalo, I'm just sick of Buffalo. Other than my parents being there, I've successfully produced 14 years of opera in Buffalo. I
Too
mean,
much snow?
huh? The snow, yeah. No, I had a house in
Lake effect.
2018. My
Lake
mother
effect.
died. My adopted mother died, left me this little house, and I was just shoveling snow all the time. And it was 30 below zero wind chill factor and all that. And I said, I'm sick of this at 55 years old. I said, I want to live somewhere where I can get sun all the time. So and really Palm Springs is the opposite of Buffalo. I mean, you have a great reputation for weather and people want to come here.
Yeah,
Buffalo, not so much.
I love the arts.
Yeah.
I support the
yeah, I
arts.
do too.
But local theater even struggles here.
I was gonna say, there are 27.
Opera is a reach, in my opinion, for
Yeah, But I've been putting on operas in Buffalo at about 100,000 a show.
Mhm.
In a 1,200 seat theater that's costing me about 12,000 for the week. But I have a new co-partner, and actually the partner that I have is the guy who's been co-producing at the McCallum with the McCallum Theater, Giorgio Lala, who does Teatro Lirico d'Europa. So he's taught me a thing or two, and I brought my budget down by about 40% in Buffalo. I'm doing operas for about 60,000. Now, $60,000 is not a lot of money in this town.
Do you have grant writers?
I've written over $1 million in grants, yes.
You know,
and
I
Irene
think we're
as well.
getting off.
I
yeah.
think we're getting too
We
deep into this
understand, and
business.
I think that I support the arts too, and I think it's great. I think we just really need to nail down, since we're the board of Village Fest, what exactly are we going to require of our,
So as a nonprofit, you can take donations.
Yes, legally, yes.
I mean, at Village Fest.
That's what I'm saying. If you're telling me that I can, then great, thank you.
Well, I'm telling you that
you can.
coming in the nonprofit category, because all vendors come in their own category, whatever the category is.
Mhm.
And certain categories have different rule sets, okay? And
And I
for a
have my letter, by the
nonprofit,
way, I'm supposed to bring if you want my letter, my certification letter from this, from.
okay, and if I
IRS.
can finish, please.
Yes, sir.
So as a nonprofit, you can take donations at the booth. You can give a trinket as a thank you for a donation. You can't, and it has to be branded. So your stuff is branded, which is good, but you can't sell things because that would make you a retail merchant, right?
Okay.
So you could, say for a minimum donation of at least $50, you get a t-shirt or something, kind of like the Channel 13, like the
Right.
PBS thing.
Look, you make it easier for me if you tell me I can't sell anything, because I'd rather not be hauling merchandise around.
Well, that's okay with that too.
I don't care. I
I'm
don't
only
care
saying
about
that
selling
only
this
because
stuff.
you brought it here.
Yeah, I wanted to show you what we had, but
Okay,
it's
understood.
not the point. And the
Understood.
point really is just for people to see this, walk by, take it.
Yes.
If you want to sign a sheet of paper to be on our list, happy to have you. Here's when the show's coming up, and I might sing something,
Okay,
just to
Can
get
they
people
sell
to come over.
tickets too, at the booth? Yeah, so if you have an upcoming event and you wanted to sell tickets at the booth, if anyone's interested, you have a square and you let them,
Yeah, that's
take
great.
their card. and that's
let's
fine.
vote
Yeah,
on this.
yeah, come on, let's move on.
Yeah.
Okay,
I make a motion that we accept Nickel City Opera into Village Fest as a nonprofit.
I'll second.
Thank you.
all in favor? None opposed?
We're the Upper
Congratulations.
West. That's what we are now.
Yes.
West. Right.
Hey,
Thank you very much.
thank you. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good one.
Okay, next vendor, Eric Menendez, 29 Palms Downtown Business Association, promote nonprofit.
Hello,
Hi.
thank you for having us. We don't have any food either, so it smells delicious.
Okay.
So how many of you guys have been to 29 Palms recently?
We don't leave our little.
No, I love the load out there too. I'm representing 29 Palms Downtown Business Association. We're a group of merchants that are in the newly revitalized downtown. I don't know if you noticed, if you've heard that we just have a new $12 million visitor center where the national park has relocated a visitor and cultural center and a public exhibition space. So we collectively are the Downtown Business Association formed prior to the 2021 to help promote prosperity between downtown businesses, to promote tourism, traffic, and so forth, to kind of revitalize the downtown. Our first event was Party at the Plaza, which you can go to Rediscover 29. That's our Instagram handle, and you can kind of see what we did for the city. The city tourism board, they gave us, I think I remember it was like $8,000, and we put on a great event there for the public with the silent disco, booze, smoke for the family. Excuse me. So we are putting together, we were hoping to have a booth down here to promote our upcoming Pride celebration, which is coming up pretty quickly here. It's going to be the second weekend in April. Yeah, so yeah. So it would really only give us like 3 Village Fest to kind of promote the event and so forth. But we would like to explore maybe, I don't foresee us having to come down weekly or something, but if we could maybe come down monthly and promote events and tourism and the upper desert, we would really love to be a part to showcase what we have up there. I don't know, I have the packet. I don't know if you want me to pass this around. This is kind of like our lineup here. And you know, we have like an online presence. You can go to Instagram and kind of check this out. But you know, we definitely would like to, you know, create, you know, get people up to the high desert, see what's going on.
Well, obviously you can see on the board here that we haven't been up there. so-
There's a lot going on, you know, there's something like the new frontier, you know, it's like, you know, and
Sounds like there's a lot.
There's a huge effort to revitalize everything in the East Valley here. I
Yeah.
mean, that's what's going on right
Yeah,
now,
great.
big time, yeah.
I'm sorry.
So I see T-shirts, hats and stickers.
Well, yeah, and I
Right.
kind of remember you were telling the other gentleman, and we're fine not selling anything, you know, we were thinking maybe. I've seen people at the booths having like the will to maybe like fundraise if you donate, because we are a nonprofit 501(c)(3), you know, because we only got from the tourism board this time, I think, $4,000 for this event. So we're, as businesses, we're kind of raising the money on our own and trying to
Yeah.
sell tickets to events and
You can
stuff.
sell tickets.
So yeah, we do have a few events that we have tickets there, but what we were thinking is maybe we could have some branded stuff like our 29 Palms, go back to 29 Palms shirt, to have a pride insignia on or whatever. But we of course could go with your policy on, you know, requiring a donation or something.
You could ask for donations and give trinkets. I mean, that's
Exactly.
basically
And then that's
what
the
you
only
do.
way to mail it with, too.
Yeah, and the spin the wheel thing, definitely. Yeah, very good. Nice.
Okay, well,
Cool.
obviously, I think we need to.
How many businesses are there?
Yeah, the different business, we have, we're now to like almost 24, I believe. It was 6 of us who founded it. My company we're called Desert Beacon. We actually do short-term rentals up there, so we have properties, we've got about 50 properties. We have a direct booking website where actually instead of giving 20% to Airbnb, the owners can donate a percentage of their take to a nonprofit up there, like the Land Trust, the Park Association. And that's really what I've been trying to do. I was a nurse for 20 years with a back injury, so kind of got into the travel industry and really like it. And then our other business we actually have a shop called The Lobby, which is part of it. And our goal is to do like a coffee shop, like a place for our visitors to congregate. We're still working on all the stuff for that. Ground Squirrel, it's a great gastro pub. So it's really like burgers, beer, wings. And then we have a couple merchants called High Desert Daydream, and they're kind of like a multi collective of like different types of vendors and so forth. White Label Vinyl, which is a record shop. You know, he opened up a record shop a couple of years ago, you know, when the pandemic was starting, and it's really taken off. And then there's a Donald Hughes Clothing Company and Habitat, which they do home furnishing.
Wow.
Well, I think promoting 29 Palms. is
absolutely,
good for
yeah.
Palm Springs as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm a resident of Palm Springs.
And this is Patty Cakes, he's gonna be our MC. DJ.
Oh,
The museum.
yes, I hosted the
Oh,
museum
you
annual
look so
luncheon.
different, Patty.
I know.
And
Hi,
and where's your bag?
Nice to see you.
Where's your bag? Yeah, that great,
Yeah, the Obama bag.
Obama
the
bag.
Michelle
Anyway.
Obama bag.
Fantastic.
Great.
it's great, by the way. I'm gonna make a motion that we accept 29 Palm Business Association into Villagefest.
I'll second. All in favor?
Thank you so much.
Okay, congratulations. And keep doing good work to promote your
Thank you.
your little city there.
So we can periodically come like once, okay, you don't have to come every week and.
No,
Okay, cool. And I think I checked annual, right?
You have to go through orientation though and.
Okay,
check with
You
her,
can
so, yeah.
participate how you like.
Awesome. Thank you so
All right,
much.
bye.
Okay,
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Jessica Tulip, I'm assuming that's you?
That's me.
Okay, vintage ivy, handmade jewelry with real flowers, earrings, necklaces, rings, and
Okay.
bracelets.
Hello, everybody.
All right.
My name is Jessica. I am owner and creator with Vintage Ivy. I know what you're thinking, another jewelry vendor. We all sit around. But
Reading our mind.
what I'm here to tell you today is why my jewelry is different.
Mhm.
Really tell the story. It tells my story. It can tell the story of others. So how I actually got started with this was about 2 years ago. I actually went through a heartbreak. I was supposed to get married and do all these things and move in, and that ended, and I was kind of like, what am I gonna do? You know, so I actually moved all my stuff into storage and I started traveling the world. And I'm just like, you know, kind of like need a direction, right? And I've always loved flowers. I'm a very floral person. And so I started like getting all these little flowers, and then I was like, hey, this would be really cool to put into jewelry. So while I explain, I'll start passing around my flower stuff. So in these 2 containers, this one first, here's my necklaces. I have some that are with the flowers in it and some that are plain, so you can kind of see my process. So what I do is I hand draw and design all my charms. These are all original designs. I get them manufactured the actual metal.
Mhm.
And then they get sent to me as a plain
see the pictures.
thing, and then I fill them with the flowers and the resin. So what also is really cool about doing this is I do a lot of custom work. So people have flowers from weddings, or memorials, or first dates,
Really?
or babies being born, or birth flowers. That's actually so fun to convey to people that come to my booth because it's very unique and people get really excited. I also do like sections that are just California-based flowers, so visitors or residents who want a piece of, you know, our beautiful state preserved into something, they can do that. So it is really different. Another section I kind of do is not flower jewelry. I'd say this is more than half of what I do is the flower resin filled. But I also like to make just dainty other jewelry that's like vintage inspired. So these, again, all my designs, I handcraft all of these. Some examples of kind of like, yeah, my vintage inspired. And then I want to pass this around. This is my packaging. So everything I make comes in pretty pink boxes. You get a card that has jewelry care instructions, and then on the back kind of explains. That
You
can
make
get
these,
things
Jessica?
custom.
No, these, so that's what I wanted to ask. There's a, you buy the forms.
these.
Yeah, so I design them, but I pay a manufacturer to actually manufacture
Okay.
the metal.
And then
but
you
I
do
fill
the
them.
resin and the flowers.
That's correct. Yep.
Okay, so this is our campus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So right now I do markets in San Diego, and then here I do the College Desert Street Fair every weekend. And that's kind of, I was like, oh, I should expand more into Palm Springs, since I'm already here. And I do like the street fairs all around California. I like to travel different areas to do this as well. But I would like to be an annual vendor. I'd like to be here every Thursday.
What is the metal?
It's actually 18 karat gold filled, so nothing tarnishes, everything is water resistant.
And the same with the chains?
Same with the chains, yep, that's correct. My prices, so for the flower necklaces are $65. I actually feel that's very low for the quality, but I like to make it affordable for people. The bracelets are 40 and the rings are about 40 and earrings are 30.
So let me ask you about this. Do you buy these components
Right,
and you
Totally.
buy these acrylic beads
that's correct.
and then you just string them, right?
Yep, and
Okay.
same with the rings. I get the molds and then I put the different stones, and same with the earrings and same with that. So that I'll attach the charms.
So you don't make any of this, you just attach it all
So I don't do any mixed metal,
or
metal
the,
smithing.
or the charms
What about
themselves.
the charms on it? Yeah. what are they-
Not for that one particularly, but again, for all the floral jewelry is where I actually craft completely. And then for this stuff, it's buying the components separately. Again, my designs, I get them all manufactured myself.
Yeah,
So it's
but-
not,
We would not allow these items in because they're not made by you,
They're only assembled.
they're just assembled.
I see.
The flowers where you
flowers, yeah.
actually make flowers and
Those are
put
beautiful.
acrylic, put them in acrylic,
Right.
those would be considered handmade. These are not,
Handcrafted,
right?
right?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I don't know how we would,
It needs to be like 75% of the item needs to be handcrafted. So something like that, nothing's handcrafted on here at all.
the rings,
So the rings, again, I buy the stones separately than
Okay.
the
and the settings,
settings,
Okay.
and then I
put them together.
attach them
So that
together.
would be allowed.
Let me see it.
And the flower jewelry is beautiful.
Well,
Thank
yeah,
you.
it's
And
really
look,
good.
I'm sorry, are those real flowers?
Yes, yep.
They're
so they're
so
crisp.
tiny.
Yeah, so a lot of the times I kind of just crumple them and then I like make my own little flower out of the little crumples.
Yeah,
If
this,
that makes
yeah,
sense.
this is.
Yeah.
Some of them are like baby
These are-
breath flowers
this
that
is
are already really
adorable,
small.
too. Yeah.
So it just
I mean, I like
depends.
it. but-
And I could see them being
Just a
even
simple.
bigger,
Yeah,
you
just
know,
make
like
it good,
pendants
yeah,
and
because
things with
because it
bigger
doesn't fall into
flowers in them.
Yes, I actually have tons of designs. So this is
arts.
probably like half of my charm designs. I didn't want to like put too much in there and make it look cluttered. But I have bigger, smaller, I have all different shapes. I have like cats and like birds. I have a really pretty hummingbird one. I don't know if you guys saw that one, but
In acrylic.
yep,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah.
So can we make that distinction that anything that
Yes.
you've done that's acrylic with something inside of it,
Okay,
or the rings where you have a stone that you
okay,
put into a setting, that
absolutely.
those would be considered artisan,
Got
right?
it,
But the strong items, anything you just assemble
got it.
would not.
And to be
Okay.
fair, we have rejected a lot of vendors
Right.
who just string beads for that reason. Or
Okay.
even if they do other things, we don't allow them to do like the strung beads.
Yeah, I actually have an idea, so I think it would be cool is if I actually just really kind of focused on the floral jewelry. I could promote the sentimental part of getting,
This is cute.
original work for them,
Absolutely,
which I think would be
Nice
kind of
packaging.
cool
I
to.
think brides would like that, you know, if they.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
I think
so I think that's kind of cool, because then
that's
you can
the
just
uniqueness.
focus on the niche
Right.
versus the whole
Sounds good.
shebang.
Is
Yeah,
it worth
like
it
that.
for you though, with the Village Fest fee as it is, to be able to do just the flower show? The floral-
Absolutely.
It'll be, okay.
That's what I
Yeah,
mainly
just wanna
sell.
make sure you can.
So absolutely. And again, if the promotion alone, which is doing like what you said, the bridals and things like that alone, just the promotion, I think would be worth the fee.
Jessica,
Nice.
give some thought to how you display that. Some of that is very small and very
That's why-
fine.
that's why I
It was
gonna say
difficult for me
bigger.
to see it in
Right.
this light.
And
It's
it's dark
beautiful.
out at night, yeah.
But to see the detail, you're gonna have to give some thought with lots of people walking through your booth,
Yeah,
you know, and missing out on your talent.
right. Well, I'm thinking now what I'll do for this is, right now my setup, I don't know if you have a picture of it, but it's 3 6-foot tables like this. So I think what I would do is just do 1 8-foot table in the front, and then I can have lights just on
Or
everything.
perhaps
And
some,
maybe have, I'm sorry,
go ahead.
maybe have some things hanging so that the light catches through it as opposed to laying down or on a board or something, because I think really seeing it through the
Or
light.
some photographs.
Yeah.
Or display
Bigger
them on a
photographs
light
of what it
board,
is they're seeing.
Okay.
or
yeah, I like
display
that
them on
too.
a light board.
Yeah.
Another way to do it too, like a lighted tray and then.
Photographs would be great.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do a real size daisy or a rose, is that right?
Well, if the charm was big enough, but no, essentially what I do is I let them dry and then I kind of create my own little flower out of the petals. But it depends, because some flowers I get are really tiny and I can just put them in, or like little leaves that come like with.
Like St. Patrick's Day with
Shamrock.
Shamrock.
Yep, I'm actually doing a St. Patrick's Day event. I have a whole display of all shamrock.
Well, that'd be
filled-
good for
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
coming up.
It could also be cool to, almost like the jewelry shops where they have the big kind of lit magnifying glasses where you don't have to
Good idea.
go up
Oh,
there.
that's a good
That's a
idea.
great idea.
People
Just put
get
that-
interactive with it. I
Yeah,
think I'll
or
do
you
something
can
like-
just have one
Yeah.
and just,
That would be
You know,
excellent.
I think that's a
Yeah.
good idea, yeah, because then people can get interactive with it too, we're gonna have fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think I would do like a spinny thing to actually just put on so people can touch them.
Yeah,
Versus just the display, and then
Right.
that can be like, okay, these are all the designs,
Yeah.
maybe do one of each design, so you get an idea of the charms. And I like the magnifying
but
glass.
I think the idea of blowing up a picture of one of them
Yeah,
Okay,
would also be good, so people really understand what it is.
mhm, or before and after would be cool too.
Yeah,
Yes, I like these ideas.
There's gotta be a
This is
difference too
fun.
in pricing, I'm guessing, between 14 karat gold fill and 18 karat
gold plate.
real gold
Plated.
plated. Yeah,
So-
okay.
All the floral jewelry is gold filled, so we don't have a problem with that. The only
Yeah.
thing that's plated are the handcrafted items that we're not even gonna use.
okay,
So I can advertise that everything in the booth is strictly gold filled.
okay,
And then again, that's water resistant, all that good
Right.
stuff. It's high
all
quality.
right. I'm gonna make a motion that we accept Jessica, the Ivy, vintage Ivy into Village Fest with the exception that it only pertains to the rings that you set
Yeah.
and the acrylic jewelry. that
What
you make.
about bracelets that I set? Cause I do have some
If
stone.
you make the
Yeah.
bracelets,
Okay.
if you set the stones, if you,
Got it.
yeah,
Okay,
If you set a stone, it's different from assembly.
Right.
got it. Yeah,
Just-
that makes sense.
Just make
Okay.
that difference. in your head.
Where did
Okay.
the name come from? Ivy?
So Vintage Ivy actually started, I started my actual business like 4 years ago reselling
I
clothes.
made a motion.
And so that's where
Oh,
Vintage Ivy.
excuse me
came
one
from.
second.
Swap.
There's already a motion on the floor, so
Oh,
we
I'm
really
sorry.
can't, we really can't ask questions during motion.
I made the motion.
Okay, is anyone gonna second it?
I will second. to
Okay,
accept Vintage Ivy into the Village Fest family.
now if you'd like to ask questions, you can before we vote.
So you were just saying, so where did the name come from? What's it?
So Vintage Ivy started because I actually started reselling clothes like 4 years ago when I lived in Arizona. And that's where Vintage Ivy was born. And then I kind of just weaned into doing this and I kept the name because I like it. And a lot of the jewelry I make, like charm ideas,
are vintage inspired. Like I like to kind of bring old into the new.
Yeah.
things like
I expected ivy green
Yeah.
things. I don't know why.
What kind of greeny with the flowers, little green. I know, it's really.
All right, well, we're gonna take a vote. There's a motion on the floor.
Yeah.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Congratulations. Beautiful stuff. I really hope you can display it enough for people to really see it because it's really beautiful and good work. Yeah,
Appreciate all the feedback.
Great.
as well.
excellent.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Jessica, you may want to have somebody look this over. There's a couple of typos or.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I like your packaging too, by the way.
Yeah,
It's very nice.
thank you. See y'all later.
Bye-bye. And last but not least, Esther de Lima Gomez, arts and crafts, flip flops, hats, headbands, dolls, handbags.
You really are good, David, about catching cycles. You were the
What's gonna be in the.
spelling police at the.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The retreat.
Right.
Good evening for you all.
Hi.
So I am a little deaf, I cannot hear very well.
Okay.
Also, my primary language is Portuguese, so maybe it's gonna be a little difficult for me to speak English. But I am a lady from Brazil, and I do handicraft, and I would like to show you guys what I do. And I hope I have the opportunity to sell my stuff here. So this is handbag crochet.
Now, who does the crochet? It's actually done by you?
Yes, everything done by me. This is flip flop I used to buy it plain and then I custom.
Okay, yep, so it's a canvas, that's fine.
Those will go well. I think people.
Oh, the flip flops
Ladies will like those.
fly here, yeah.
Also headband.
Those are great.
Yeah, they are
Those are
great.
great.
Those are great.
Yeah, this is for me, because I.
How do you do this? I mean, is this?
What I would say is those are little bits.
Okay, what?
Those are great.
Oh, you know, she doesn't just glue these on. These are strung on. These are not.
Oh, very nicely done.
Glue these, you string them.
Yeah.
This is great.
I did use a small wallet to put fresh
I want these. Those are, this is beautiful. Oh, it had hair. I can-
How long does it take you
That's the flip
to
flop.
crochet that little bag at
That just made me nervous for a second time.
It's the flip flop
That's the-
itself.
Oh, yeah.
You can't, that doesn't,
Yeah.
you know, and this.
How long does it take to do one of these?
These
How
are
long
heavy
does
as
it
shit.
take?
This is done. Oh, wow. That's very cool.
Look at this.
I think you
You
need.
would like that. You would like that.
To me. don't you think?
And
You know
it's.
this one?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
And
It's handmade.
I mean, is this all day? Is this hours?
Like an hour and a half.
Really?
It's like a little wedding party.
I know.
100%, yeah.
Say,
I
that's
think
you.
you'll sell,
That is you.
Esther, I think you'll sell a whole lot of your flip flops here. I think you will. You, I hope you have a good stock of those.
I have,
Good.
I have a lot.
This is like great for a phone, to
I
go by the
know.
pool or something, or.
Oh,
And you personally do all the crochet?
Yeah, I do
Wow.
everything.
It's a lot of work, I know, because I did it in college.
I'm waiting for
It was in my art
prices.
class in college, I went up
Oh,
to the
yeah.
hills with it.
It's for baby.
I like crochet. And I did soft sculpture, like art sculpture.
Like,
Oh, I'm happy.
Yeah, these are definitely. I know.
that is you, and it's a top meal.
Wait. This is material, right?
Yeah,
It's
that's
Yeah,
the
just
yarn.
thread, yeah.
And with the crochet needle,
So you
I
better
do
pick out your,
that.
no, you better pick out your favorite color.
crochet
now.
yeah. And this is the crochet doll. Baby.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh my God.
Yes. The
This
chain
is-
is so So
Yeah.
cute.
This stuff is very unique.
It is
Oh
unique.
my
Are you local? You live here?
I live in Loma Linda.
Okay.
Look at these.
Oh my God, this is so cute.
Oh my God. I'm dying.
They're different on the ankle too. because
No,
both
it's
of them
the-
are-
it is the- the first time.
Oh, look at these. I'm sure you could splash some paint on those. couldn't you?
Oh,
Go in the shadow.
Love this.
These are really.
So how much would this, like the dolls, oh, they're $90?
It depends, I do a lot of.
Different prices.
different
I
kinds of
know.
stuff.
Oh my God, this is amazing.
So
That's what we-
I used to do the keychain to give as a
This
present.
is really nice. Cool little-
These are all for baby.
Oh, the tag is on the butt.
Uh,
How cute is
What is
that?
this?
This is for baby to,
Like a nap. Oh, softy or whatever.
this one,
Mhm.
I do the crochet, okay? And I have a friend in
Oh,
Brazil
airplane
that she
sheet, how
does
cute this is, my God.
the maternity set
Yeah.
with the
What's this?
power,
What is this?
the bead. So these are all everything that is
Okay,
crochet.
it's a baby's, a little baby's toy.
And blanket.
Oh, like you hang it in
Yeah.
cribs, oh
So-
yeah, or on their clothes. Oh.
I didn't put this one in my file because I do not do this one, but I
Yeah.
would like to know if I have the authorization to sell this as a set. in this.
Yes,
Really?
yes, because,
It's a blank canvas.
yeah, if you think about it, more than 75% of that is
Yeah,
handmade.
because I do the.
If she does it
crochet.
as a set, but to sell the bag separately, that's a manufactured bag unless she's doing art on
Well,
it.
who did the decal on the
So
front?
my friend in Brazil. she
Someone in
does it.
Brazil does
Oh,
this
Yeah.
for her.
The
And so
decals.
I do the crochet and I ask for her to.
Okay, you get the
do
applique,
bag, all
yeah.
the other stuff,
They're different
matching
looking
with the
creatures.
crochet.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, I see pink on that one, but no pink on this one.
Yeah, but there's still,
In the tower. They have two sizes, but the set, the mother decided if she wants to buy the whole stuff or wants to buy separate, and now we can customize it. Put the baby's name, change
Lamb
the
chop.
color, the design, everything.
That's unique.
I know you don't know what lamb
Yeah, I
chop is, do
think
you?
I
Was
think
the
that's
thing when they were
good.
young.
I think that
Sherry
would
Lou
sell.
was
But
in
how
lamb
many of
chop.
those kits
She
do
was a
you have?
puppeteer and she had a lamb.
Just
chop.
one?
I have it at my
I think she
place,
just died. or
three
something,
more.
too.
Three
She
of
might have
those,
been like
okay.
90s.
Different
I think.
animals, or all the same.
They're beautiful.
that I have a bead team and lamb team.
Okay,
I didn't order
Oh,
too
a
much
bee,
because I
bee,
don't know if
yeah,
it's gonna have it.
Okay. I think that would
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, I think
that's
as a set, it's fine.
Really adorable. What would you sell that for, that whole set?
How much? 350.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, the
good,
whole set.
that's
Yeah.
good,
Mhm. This is the big blanket.
yeah.
I think it's bigger than the pattern that United States used to use for baby. Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
That's as
That
big
is
as a throw.
beautiful. Wow,
That's like the throw.
They can have it as they get older.
Exactly.
wow. Okay.
Really unique stuff, I
Yes,
have to
very
say,
unique.
beautiful work.
Thank you.
Your crochet work is really beautiful.
Really nice.
Esther, you're only missing one thing, caipirinhas.
Yes, exactly.
What's that?
It's a
That's a
famous
drink.
drink in
It
Brazil.
is the best drink.
She knows.
Caipirinha.
Yeah,
Caipirinha.
beautiful work.
Thank you
Beautiful
so
work,
much.
and I think this is very unique. I don't
Yeah.
think we have anything like this, and I think
No.
mothers are
Yeah.
gonna.
I love doing
gorgeous.
headcraft.
Oh,
I love
you're
it.
very talented.
You can
It's
tell.
my passion.
All right, and you
Beautiful.
want to be in year round,
Excuse me?
all year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Is
Let's
it
just go
possible?
around.
Yeah. All right, without further ado, anybody gonna make a motion?
I will move that we add an original by Estek into Village Fest.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you for your patience to sit through the whole meeting as well. Beautiful, beautiful work. Just-
Yes.
You're gonna do very well.
Yeah, people are gonna love it. That little doll.
Yeah.
Even they.
Yeah.
I know. I
You
know.
just get some of the
This,
sand.
this is, this is handcrafted something you can't get somewhere else. And that's what the experience.
Let me know when she's gonna be on the street, so I get down there and get the sandals.
Yeah. Or the color you want, you'll make them.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Well, I'll be down there for the birthday thing.
Yeah.
Next week. Is it next week?
And even though Greg asked for it, you can serve caipirinhas
No.
at the, because we don't have a liquor license, but okay. I just wanted to make that clear.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Thank you. That doll is to die for.
I know, she's talking for.
I can just see so many little girls going, I want that doll.
Your dog would rip that up in a second.
My dogs would buy it for
Women wear the barrette things in their hair.
young girls do.
Oh my God, yeah.
That is-
They got- they got headbands. Oh, yeah, headbands are really big. Yep. Where do you live, mister?
Loma Linda.
Oh, that's right, Dave. We already asked you
How
that.
far away is that?
It's a good 40 minutes to an hour, about an hour, right? Maybe a little longer, right?
Fair enough.
Hour and a half? Yeah.
Another question, can I sell whatever crochet I do? Whatever kind of crochet?
I would think
Because
if
for
you, if you,
Christmas,
if-
I used to do nativity set for amigurumi. And tablecloth, do I have to send a picture or should?
I would
whatever
think
I do,
anything that
it's
you,
not
that's hand crocheted by
Yeah.
you, you could
That's
sell.
within questionable
Right.
taste.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think so either, but you never know.
So, where can I
We'll just
put-
add it to your application, so we have it, because otherwise, if you
put
started,
seasonal?
yeah. Seasonal and specialty hand crocheted items.
So
So they have to be hand crocheted, okay, because that's what we're allowing, yeah. Otherwise, let's say that you come up with something totally different that you won't be crocheting, that you'll be
Okay.
sewing something, you'll have to come back and be rejuried for that.
And,
Yeah, you
and
show us the
anything
item.
from your friend in Brazil, aside from what you've just shown us, you'd have to come back and ask about that, because I think that whole idea of a set is unique, but if she's gonna add more things, you need to come and show this to us.
Okay.
Thank you.
This
is Because-
welcome letter for that. Okay, and
Because you are the artist, so
yeah,
it has to be your item, so that's what we're saying. Okay.
okay. I didn't call the office for the speech. Because
It's okay, we'll
I
take care
cannot hear very
I know,
well.
that's okay, we'll take care of it. You just take this and we'll do the orientation, okay?
Okay,
Okay.
thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you.
Right, thank you so much. Okay, moving right along. The food court item on here, we're going to table that until the next meeting.
Fun news on that, but next meeting we'll talk.
I'm sorry,
Yeah, just some kind of interesting fun news on that, but we can hit that next week.
well, you can tell us that during board comments, how about that? You can tell us that. Okay, so any unfinished business, subcommittee assignments?
Only that I put together a list of potential additions to the vendor application. Sent it to Dan to look at, sent it
Yeah.
to Faith, and we'll do that next time.
And weren't you going to give us some idea of how many, like the jewelry, lotions? I mean, the numbers of,
Oh, yes, yeah.
so we
She's
can
gonna send me
decide,
new data.
Yeah,
right, so we can decide if we want to put a cap on any of those.
So when I get the new data, I'll be.
yeah. And I think expanding the vendor application so we can gather the right data to be able to make those subcategorical differences would be important for us. So it's a good idea. Very good initiative, Greg. Thank you.
Thank you.
Would it be okay to send it out to other people to look at this?
Yes, the only thing is you can't send it to more than two of us.
So if I do
At
it
a time?
individually?
Yes,
You
I'll
can do it individually, or you can send it to Faith and just say, can you just forward this to the board?
right.
I will,
Either way works.
I'll do
Okay.
that.
Do you want me to forward the one that you?
Yes,
sent?
and what I'd like everybody to do is look at this, and if you see any product type categories that are missing, put them in.
Okay.
Okay,
And if you see any that you think should be collapsed together, if you think
Correct.
that they're not distinct enough from each other, that
Correct.
as well, okay? I didn't notice any of that, but to be honest, I didn't go through it with a fine tooth comb. I just understand it. Very good. Thank you, Greg, so much for that. All right, new business, none, right?
Well, I unfinished, if we can go back. I brought up, what does orientation look like? And I'd still like to see a copy of what the agenda items are that you go through. Is that,
Is it structured or is it more individual? I thought it was individual, like an individual discussion
I
with
mean,
the
we-
particular vendor.
our orientations just go through what they have to do on the street, like the way that they set up, where the
their spaces are, where the bathrooms are, it's just how to unload, not to block, not to double park.
I just see it as a
That's-
new employee, and I think a new employee should know, this is who we are. This is how you spell Villagefest. It is one word or it's not. This is our history. Those kind of things are important because they are going to be asked questions that none of us might be asked at some point. And the reason I was concerned at the last meeting was a comment was made in pure, what was
Total innocence.
innocence, exactly, that's the word I'm looking for, that I wouldn't want somebody to be laughed at on the street. And I could see a crowd of people all of a sudden making her feel uncomfortable or foolish. If there were,
I know what happened, I know what happened.
Yes.
I think it was,
I'm
I mean, I'm not sure, it's a brief list of what I only have so much time to spend with vendors, they don't want to sit for over, the orientation can take an hour as it is.
I know,
So
I think
taking more
presentations for
time,
new employees all the time. But
right, so I'm happy to send it to you, I don't know.
Well, how about just a fact sheet? Because that's what it sounds like you're talking about, but the information that you're talking about sounds like it could all just be on a single fact
I
sheet.
would like
That's
to
handed
see
to them.
included in particular, not only the history and the work, the verbiage and so on and so forth, and location and do's and don'ts, but who the audience is. Tell me who makes up
Right, yeah.
the population of Palm Springs and the typical visitors or attendees that are on the street.
Do we really know who that is? And isn't
There's
it
gonna be
just,
statistics about that.
And is that something that maybe board can do, like write up some kind of a fact sheet to give?
I
to
would think
face
something
the-
should already be, it has
Well,
been.
but she doesn't have anything prepared, so I'm just
No,
saying.
I'm not prepared. I'm just asking, can you send me or I'll be happy to share that.
Yeah, it can almost
Project.
be like an addendum, right? of-
That's what I was gonna
Of
say.
here is the inclusive
Right.
community that we get, a
Exactly.
couple little facts, right, that maybe could
I'm
be added. if
confused.
you want.
You're asking her for kind of an outline of what she goes through when she does orientation.
Right, but you have some concerns about that you feel like our vendors need to be educated about certain things. So I'm saying, if we as a board feel that's important, then maybe we should have.
Right.
Maybe it's already addressed in there.
It doesn't sound like it
It's
is.
not.
I think it should
No,
be.
that is not something
So-
that we
so-
address with vendors, we've never done that.
And I don't think that's a bad idea at all.
Mhm.
I'm just saying, maybe that's not something we should put on faith. Maybe that's something as a board, we should have a committee and come
Right,
up with
yeah.
a fact sheet that we, have some bullet points that we think are important.
Do you have a checklist that you use as you go through orientation?
It's not a very long list, all it is. It's
Mostly
it's
just
literally the
starting
rules
point.
that you have on
Literally
the
send
street,
it to
it's
me and I'll
rules
take it
about
and.
That's the
how to
starting
pay
point.
for Village
Yeah.
Fest.
I'd be
It's-
happy to help with that.
Yeah.
It just basically discusses what they need to do on the
It's
street.
logistics, right?
It's logistics.
Right.
Is it-
That's what it
is it
It's
already
not- I'm not
documented?
training
Yeah.
you, I'm
Yeah.
just explaining how
Yeah,
it
But
is.
it's an opportunity to do a
Okay.
little bit of training that I know you're swamped and I know your life is not
Well,
just
then
Village
if
Fest.
if there's something you would like to add to it, then please feel free
Yeah,
to
if you
give
would
it to
just
me,
send
because
it
I'm
to
not
me.
really sure what you want me to tell people, because I don't know what
I think
I
this-
don't even know what our demographic is, it changes
And
every
it
week.
doesn't
with-
even have to be
what-
it doesn't even
who's
have to be
in
something that you have to do more of. Maybe it's something that we could, as Chris was saying.
it's a
put
handout
together
you give to
A
them?
handout that when you give them orientation, you also give them this, and it maybe lists some of those things that.
Yeah, that's fine, if you guys want to
Yeah.
get something
Yeah.
together,
Yeah.
I'm not
Right.
sure what you want on it, so I
Right.
don't know.
Right, and that's what.
Yeah, it's a perfect
Yeah.
subcommittee, even with tips of like the
Yeah.
whole digital side to,
Exactly,
the
exactly.
resources like we had at our offsite, right? Maybe we can kind of start to
That would be
link
useful.
That'd be a
things, I
great,
guess,
and
right?
so if you
That'd be
want to
useful.
form a committee, if somebody wants to.
Sure, I'm happy to do
Okay.
it. But
All right, so here.
he's like, don't do anything.
You've got volunteers who are willing to help you, so.
I know.
It'll be quick too, like you
Yeah.
can just kind of put
It's
a
like
couple little
two
bullet
or a
points.
couple of paragraphs.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's gonna basically be like a new vendor orientation info pack, right? It's not
Yeah.
something that Faith has to present. It's something to hand to them
Right.
along with their
They
orientation.
get a red folder that
Yeah,
has like a
exactly.
map on it of the
Exactly.
street, it has their parking pass, it has their permit for the booth.
Uh-huh.
So maybe it's
And
like,
our contact information, I can add that to it.
That'd be great.
it's almost like a tips and best practices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't want somebody to represent my organization or my company if they don't know a little bit more of the history of who's there and why and what and who is our customer, our guest, our whatever. That's all.
Okay. I think it's a good idea.
Did that satisfy your?
Yeah,
concern?
completely. Thank
Okay,
you. And I
good.
didn't want to make a big deal about it. I hope I didn't
No.
like speak out of turn last
Well,
week.
honestly, I mean, I'll just say one thing. I was not at all fronted or thrown by anything that happened during that. I understand what you're saying, and I like the idea of it for more of a new vendor orientation info packet, especially if we're gonna talk about the digital presence and all that other stuff, then it makes sense to me. But to address just the one thing, which is demographics, personally, I think it's over the top. I have to be honest. I don't think it's appropriate for us to have to educate our vendors on what the demographic of their customer is. It's not necessary or appropriate, I think, to be honest.
But overarching.
Yeah, but I understand it, and I think what has come out of that, I think what's come out of it, it's much better. So,
I
yeah.
agree, but I could just see, I visualized 4 or 5 20-something kids that have had too many cocktails in the afternoon. See her in a booth, a person like her age, of her background, making fun of her.
I don't know, I think people live in the real world, to be honest. We all live in the real world. We all go to restaurants like that. We go to ethnic restaurants and are treated that way. I go to an Indian restaurant, one that I go to. He's asked me a similar thing. Okay, and I'm like, no, I'm not. Okay, I'm not married, so big deal.
So if somebody said to her, or she said to someone, here, you can give this to your wife, then I think it's up, your lovely wife, then I think it's up to
Even better.
the person to say, I'm not married, I'm gay, I think to my husband.
Or
I think you could-
just I'm not married, because I don't think you have to make a
We
proclamation.
have no problem in my church saying we accept everybody, because that's what Palm Springs is. And
Yeah.
I think it should be something in writing that says, to your language, it was perfect. The diversity, the uniqueness, the seniors, the LGBT, the trans, the whole everything.
Mhm. Okay,
Okay, Chris, you got a new job.
All right, I'll send it through you and then. Yeah.
they'll teach it on your mouth
So
next
do
time.
we create a subcommittee for this, or?
I don't think it has to be something
I'm
that.
happy to
It's just like,
send a starting point if you want, and if you want to take a look at it, and then we can send it through.
Okay.
Well, no, but that is a subcommittee. By definition, that's a subcommittee.
all right.
It doesn't mean it has to live on forever. It has a beginning and an end.
Exactly.
So that's fine. All right. No new business, reports and requests, anything from reports or requests?
No, I.
Nothing, right? Okay,
No.
nothing from you guys. She's not here. Public, no. Board, anybody have any board comments otherwise?
Yeah, I was just gonna mention something regarding the food court. We don't have to get into it.
Yeah.
So there's 2 big food blogs. One's called The Eater and the other's called Infatuation. They have tons of write-ups of different restaurants in different cities. The food side, so good friends with Brad Real at the Heyday and as well as Chef Gabriel Wu at Bar Cecil, and have both kind of toyed the idea around of what would it look like if there were to be some sort of booth that could be partnered in with Infatuation and maybe have this kind of rotating incubation idea of sorts. So it's just something that's the people are there and kind of ready, but if we wanted to kind of put some structure to it, it could be kind of fun to incubate and kind of show a new culture where, you know, Chef Gabriel or Brad from the Heyday could pull in a friend from Los Angeles or a friend from San Diego of a new cuisine.
Like a guest chef booth,
A guest
basically?
chef, exactly, and it
Okay.
could be rotating every month or every week.
Great idea.
But we're kind of, I guess, leveraging the press of their entire kind of global audience to maybe make Palm Springs this kind of food up and coming chef thing, which I know goes back to the whole incubation sort of.
Is there a Palm Springs Eater? Is there such a thing? I know there's an LA one, there's New York one.
There
I've
is
used them
not
many
a Palm
times,
Springs
but-
Eater, just Eater LA, but
Well, is that to give back? Do we get a Palm Springs Eater if we bring them in
if we can prove that there's a worthwhile experience. I
and
think.
especially have them
Yeah.
feature some of the
Mhm.
food booths that
That's a great idea.
you
So
know,
what's the next step?
So next step would be, Infatuation has an experience team, and so I have their contact information, so it would just be sending over a little proposal. I'm
Mhm.
happy to share that over.
That'd be very
Yeah,
cool.
you can
Send
send
it
love it.
out, and then if we
Yeah.
like it, then
I
I'll
love
just
it.
send it over, and then we can kind of
Great,
take
great,
the next
Chris.
steps.
I love that.
I love that.
Yeah,
Cool.
great.
Terrific.
Okay,
Heyday opens officially tomorrow, doesn't it?
think they're open. this
They're
week.
open now,
Yeah,
because they
this
are.
weekend.
They're closed on
Weekend.
Tuesdays, so that's why I was wondering. Because I just saw that this thing turned out today on Facebook.
Right.
I just have a question. Is the birthday celebration this Thursday?
No, I'll talk,
Oh, you're-
yeah, I'll get to
sorry.
it. Not this Thursday, though.
Okay,
other-
recruitment and retention subcommittee, is anything going on with that? I mean,
No, only that, we're gathering data and.
so that, yeah,
Once I get the new data from Faith, I'll crunch that again and we can take a look at it, but it's. In my mind, it's clear we need to start regulating categories. We're getting very heavy in some areas.
Yeah.
And,
okay.
And I think we need to talk about certain,
well, to Chris's point, I wanted to add, food is becoming, I think, one of the attractions to Village Fest. That's why people are coming down.
I want it to be actually
I
one of
think-
them.
Yes. me
I think
too.
it should be one of them.
And
I don't
we
think it
have
should be the
some
only, but it should be one of them.
really great vendors.
Yeah.
And so
We do.
that's a strength we need to build on.
Mhm.
and at the same time, have some concerns about not the nonprofits, but the commercial. When we have people just selling their product, not their craft or their art.
So,
Um,
the commercial
their business.
category, it's been there for a very long time. It is, profitable for Village Fest, which we do want to be profitable. They do pay $2.52 per night, and because of that, we don't have very many that come in under a commercial, and I think since we've opened since COVID, we've had one.
And none
even
of
if
them
they
last a
come-
long time either.
No, he comes like
It's
maybe
like
once
temporary.
every 2 or 3 months, so it's not even like, it's
Yeah.
like a point something % of Village Fest that are actually commercial vendors.
Okay,
So
and
there's.
so maybe if we limited them to a single show or, once a month for
They-
3 months.
And the one, we have one that's and I will say, in the past, we've had, like Tesla has come and Volkswagen, and it actually brings a lot of excitement. People, they look at the car, they bring a vehicle on, so it is a category that does help the event,
Right.
and people do
But
like
then you
it.
get realtors and people selling floor
And the-
tile and carpets, we kind of lose the.
Yeah, so we don't, as I said, we have one that comes occasionally. He's maybe been maybe 4 times.
What does
Is
he
that the
do?
real estate guy?
The real estate guy,
Okay.
and he's got his business is right,
Yeah.
above, the El Patron.
Okay.
But
I've
that's the
never
only
seen him
one
there,
that
but
we've
I've
had.
seen the State Farm guy there, the insurance guy.
He came once. He came one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. We don't, it's it's $2.52 a night. It's a lot. So if you're coming for a month, you're spending,
$1,000.
Right.
It's way too much.
so it's not a
Not
category.
even selling a $50,000 car.
Yeah.
That's
Right,
scary.
so I mean, it is a category that is there, and I think that if that were to be changed, you do have to go through city council and all this kind of,
I think,
to change.
I think more the concern is us being very discretionary about what,
Absolutely.
okay.
Yeah, I'm
And
not
another
talking
one that
about,
we used to have was a Pilates. He would come every
Yeah.
once in a while.
yeah,
to
and I'm not
promote his
talking about
Pilates.
eliminating the category.
Right.
I'm really talking about, let's be careful that we're not, because I can see this idea catching on, that people could have their product on display every Thursday night at Village Fest, and that really kind of loses. So I think it's
Yeah.
being discretionary, really. It's just.
Yeah, we do have a percentage on it.
Yeah.
As with, as with nonprofits, what we have a lot of is nonprofits.
Yeah,
That's what we
Yeah.
have.
right.
I'd have to look, I believe
Yeah.
that we're over our percentage.
Yeah, and I
And
think even
nonprofit.
that's getting a lot out of hand, but yeah.
Right, so I think we're over our,
Yeah.
I think it's like 6% of the event.
Yeah.
is for
And that may be
nonprofits, I
something we
believe.
need to
Yeah.
cap
And I believe that
also.
last time when you did the calculation, it was already over 6%.
It
We've
was,
already
yes.
approved.
So
quite a
maybe
few
we
It
need
was
units,
one of the
so-
fastest growing too. Yeah.
Absolutely, because
And it's
they're-
really hard to
they-
say no if you
Yeah.
support what they're doing.
They
That's the
they
worst
pay
part.
52 per night.
How much?
52 per night. So, and commercial vendors pay $2.52 per night. So it's really easy for the nonprofits to come in. I'm pretty sure that we are over, so that
And
may be
maybe we
something
should
we want to
start
address.
capping.
Yeah,
So if we have a nonprofit that actually wants to sell their promotional items, they don't really fit into another category, do they? Like they can't even go commercial because they're not commercial.
correct. So as long as they have their 503C filing.
Yeah.
And I believe in the rules and regulations, it states that their product that they're asking for a donation for must be branded to the nonprofit. So
Yeah.
they can't just come in selling a pair of jeans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Understood, yeah.
Like the.
Yeah.
the guy from
Correct.
last month. the
Right. Cheeky.
Cheeky
Mhm.
charity.
Right, so his goes with the theme as well as the ones that were here today, so.
Okay.
As long as it's branded, it's not.
Yep.
Something that's.
And he was health risk related, which was
Right.
kind of a little hard to say no to. But I understand your point, Celia. We don't want it to feel like when you're leaving Costco and there's the solar guy and the window guy and the air
Exactly.
conditioning guy, right?
Exactly.
No, I get exactly what you're saying, and
Costco, I see that at Home Depot. That's definitely a Home Depot thing.
it's definitely a Costco.
It
too.
is
really?
You go to
Costco,
Costco,
yeah.
on the way out, there's all,
And a lot of the,
Like
the
that they're all
the
lined up.
local ones, like for the
Appliances.
ones that do, like this one, Terrazzo, which, he's just trying to promote his business, he's
Yeah.
new open and this sort of thing. We get a lot of the people that come to Village Fest are not, they're tourists, so they
Yeah.
don't live here. So then they may not last too long because they
Yeah.
find out not really a market for them.
and if they're also representing something that's a highly competitive product, that's a different story, like with Terrazzo. You're hard pressed to find a Terrazzo vendor. I know from when I was renovating my house, because I was going to do it. And I finally found one that was a family through someone, but there isn't much of that. So I think something like that is probably a benefit to the community, to those people who are local and who are either renovating or have Terrazzo floors and need to have them maintained, that they can't find a vendor. Like, you can't find a foam roof vendor right now. A couple of them went out of business during COVID, and I have to have my roof recoated. I'm like hard pressed to find one. So it's not terrible to have something like that at Village Fest. And especially if they're paying so much for it that we know they won't be there often as a resource, but again, within reason, one or two.
Exactly.
Absolutely, yeah.
We did used to have, it was like, what was it, Winning Ways? And they were a timeshare. And they had the money, so they were
I
there
remember that.
every single week. But since we've, returned, they haven't come back, but.
Know that that's an extremely politically sensitive topic right now because of the Picasso homes
Uh-huh.
that are happening, and council's in the process of negotiating that. A lot of people are upset that council looks like they're going to allow it now, even though they originally said no because it's timeshare. So something like that, I would vote it down based on the controversial nature of it, honestly. I mean,
Right, but that's
Yeah.
the only commercial vendor since I've been
Yeah.
here that was consistent.
but that's about discretion, right?
Right.
So if it's
Right,
something like that, we say,
exactly.
well, we're actually using our discretion to say that we don't feel it fits in with the spirit of Village Fest.
Right.
So, yeah,
Right.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely.
that's fair. It's a good point, though. Thank you. All right, any staff reports? No?
Yes, so.
There we
go. Fest birthday next week, so.
Not this Thursday, but a week from.
Yes, so it's the 23rd,
Everybody wear your birthday suit.
and we got aprons for everyone, so we have a little Village Fest apron.
Oh,
We're gonna hand out cupcakes, I think Jasmine made maybe 2,000 or, so the people like the cupcakes, they do like the cupcakes, so we're gonna do that.
Mhm.
And then, so if you guys wanna email me, whoever's gonna be there, we'll start.
Well, just so
We
you
did
know.
that, we sent.
We sent
Jasmine.
it probably to Jasmine.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna be there. What time do you need us?
I believe, I think we start handing, I'm not sure if we do them exactly at 6 or if we do them at 6:30, but we'll have a DJ there, so we'll reach out to you guys
Okay.
for next week and let you know what time, so 6 o'clock would be great if you guys
Okay.
could be
I think
there.
we came 5:30 last year, but we did stand around, but
Yeah, because
not necessarily.
because people are still setting up, we don't.
because the
get started
DJ
at
wasn't
6.
set up yet, and he was going to announce it, so we didn't want to
Right.
just hand them all out, and all of a sudden he announced it, we have
Yeah,
nothing left.
Yeah, because we don't start the event till 6, so,
Yeah.
but anyway, that's great, everyone's there a little earlier and then.
Yeah.
They're cupcakes,
Okay.
cupcakes, yes.
We had packaged cookies because of
Yes.
COVID.
Yeah, I
before,
remember.
but these are just cupcakes that you
cupcakes,
just put to your
right.
mouth and eat.
But I mean, we
Stuff
should
like it.
have rubber gloves or
Oh, yeah,
plastic.
that'll all be there. We'll
Okay,
have
yeah.
all that provided and napkins and things like that. And
Probably
then
wear masks.
the
even.
25th.
And a hairnet for you
That's
because
the
you're.
25th, yes, yes.
Yes.
That one maybe.
So if anyone wants to, that's gonna be at the,
At the Ruth Hardy Park,
Ruth
it's from
Hardy
11 to
Park.
2 on this
it's over
Saturday.
kind of,
Oh, no, it's a Saturday after that, that's right, yeah.
it is
it's
a Saturday. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that one, if anyone wants to volunteer their time for that, we always have a booth there. They do provide you a ticket, you get a free
Yeah.
meal.
I can't do that one,
No,
but I can
okay.
do the 23rd.
Okay,
And I answered to Jasmine that I'm going to be there anyway to be at the Sunmore booth because our neighborhood organization is having one and I'm on that board, but I already told them that I'm going to be
Kind
splitting
of.
my time. So I'll definitely spend time with you
great.
guys. As a matter of fact, I have Gene already drafted to take my place at the Sunmore table. So
Oh, okay.
And I said I would be there if
I
you
can go to
needed
the
me.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you didn't need me, then.
Yeah,
But
that would be great. I mean,
would-
usually we have like one or two
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
rotate. You'd have to stay there the whole time. It's not a very long event. It is a lot of fun.
are we having activities that, like, I know that some people have like a cornhole toss at their table, like to
We-
bring people around.
Yeah, we don't have anything like that, but that
Do you have
would
any
actually
giveaways?
might be something fun that we could,
We should.
ahead, of in the future, we'll, we do have prizes, like, I think Jasmine ordered a few giveaway items, so
Okay,
anyone
good.
knows to come in. But yeah, that's actually a really good idea, like, maybe we could
If
get
we have one, is there one here
cornhole, no,
or anything like that? Like
some sort of a game.
like a
Let me
lawn
look
game
at
that
it.
you
Yeah,
can
a
put like in front of the table and it'll draw
Yeah,
people
that's
to it.
fun. Okay, let me.
We were trying to do that for a Sunmore, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, that's fun. So let me talk to our recreation staff. They'll be there as well, and I'm sure they have a
I'm
game.
sure they'll have
They
something.
Tons of games,
Yeah.
so I'm sure they have something. And they used to have cornhole. but
Put
it'd
up
be
a
kinda
hoop
cool
and
if
have
we got
people
one for
shoot
the Village
baskets
Fest
and you get
logo.
prizes. I mean, that's cool,
Yeah,
right?
that is, yeah.
That would be
a really
great, something like
idea.
that, yeah.
Okay, so we'll look into that, but
Oh, good.
if anyone wants to volunteer their time for that, just let me know.
Well, I'm definitely there and it sounds like it's gonna be a lot more fun than the Sunmore booth, so I'll probably spend more time with you guys.
I think I'll try to be there.
Okay,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
I could rearrange my
Right,
plan
right.
if there was nobody else volunteering.
No, we're good.
Yeah.
If you already have plans, I wouldn't worry about it.
And that way you can, it's not, you can split the time so you're not there just the whole. But yeah, it's a fun event.
And they serve a lot, well, they serve like, it's like a barbecue lunch, right?
It-
Like hot
Well,
dog hamburgers.
last year, I think they had like 3 options that you could choose from,
Yeah.
and they had some Village Fest vendors,
Yeah.
some food vendors that were there.
Yeah, very
Um,
nice.
And you can choose,
Yeah.
like, I think they usually have Aspen Mills,
Yeah.
and there was the Soul Kitchen, she was there. And I think. and-
Oh, Micah's, yeah.
Yeah, Micah's was there, and then the other one was, I think it was Baja Springs, they usually have. He
Yeah,
used to be a Village Fest vendor, he hasn't been there since we returned, but yes.
be nice if they could DJ's Kitchen.
I know the museum is using, since their restaurant closed, they're using some of the vendors, some of the food vendors like, make us not.
Oh,
like
great.
so-
Yeah.
They're
Oh.
using them as pop-up food
Oh, that's
vendors in that
nice.
space.
What space?
In the museum store, the bistro.
Oh, yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah. Well, so we have those pop-up vendors and they're gonna be in
Rotating
ongoing
different ones.
until we get
Oh.
the permanent.
Oh, that's
person in.
nice.
So the pizzas are gone? No more pizza there?
No more pizzas.
Okay.
And I
They had
think
a
Chef
rosé special a couple years ago. It was just
Yeah, no, he was a
is like
good,
redoing
I like
the
that
bistro, I
restaurant.
think.
we
The
went
Bar
to.
Cecil guy.
Yeah.
Isn't Chef Gabriel redoing the bistro?
So are you the guy that's gonna get us a reservation at Bar Cecil since we can never get one?
There- It hasn't been let out yet who is taking over that space, but I know there are people that are working on it.
And that's all we have.
Nice.
Fun stuff. Should we, for the, birthday, do we need to bring our name badges?
I think that would be good, yeah.
So everyone try to remember them.
Well, for both events too, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yes, that would be great.
I don't know, I'm gonna have on a Sunmore t-shirt with a Village
Can we
Fest name
switch it?
badge. You know, have like face mask on a stick, right? I can just do this. All right. Well, without further ado, can I get a motion to
No, let's
adjourn?
not stop.
You go ahead, great.
I move we adjourn.
A second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
meeting is officially adjourned.
Molly home for dinner.
There's these all that.
No, those are too.
What are those? Those are beef?
This was,
Is there a